Ebusiafo Akwaba we Akwaba miensa. Momina Akwaba Edeba Oyerepa TV. So and there Tuesday morning, the 19th of December 2020. Of course, the morning and all across the country, you know. Mom Kotoba ma assemblymen, assemblywomen, no. Are you ready some Kotoba? But no jo. Men free ante me come samba, men free ante. Around 9:30, 10 p.m. I'm go free na easy for a police for dispatch normal air call the various places on the continent. Of course, once again, Jumedi Oyerepa breakfast time. That is OBT. Ebusiafo we are 07. We are Juma when you are buying a Juma, whether the health ministry, we are teacher any of the ministries. Ebusiafo next year February, yes, we need Ghana card a jauka. We need Ghana card Libya. Ebusiafo between now just 1 month. Yeah, but December they say CV. You have just 1 month, which is January. End of January. February na se we need Ghana card Ebusiafo. We salary no ebe kem yen from mount yen jauka a combedo. Jano pay there. We no be on NIA but more than so be friend no. Now your Ghana card in the amount. This is the information. Ebusiafo on this note, me din at the Kwesi Parker Wilson. Ano pay when me aba.
Akua Asieduaa ena ni mwashia. Efiri sabre Kwesi se 9:30 bebo nsema hodo asisi o my Ghana mu ya bobo bia no aye de besomo ye dwuma enioma bebre wom ye onkomo nketinketi wom ye motivational message wom ye weather ni forex news wom ye wo sports eka ho ye wo newspaper headlines ni review wom ye wo Ghana tisen eka ho ne bia ye bedi nkomo na kono ema empowerment ho asem na ye beka matete assembly abeya ye beto ne nipa bebre ka se ma ne participation no form na that sana haye okwesi ena mama ne bebre ne kura ye educated dodo no bebre twom ho afirim esa satani ne mu na no eden ukopani e de tag bi atag o yenso ayempe ye ho asem no na ja ya twe ho ne ye baby ya tena se no ne other issues ye behwe na afi ye the health and lifestyle aba na OBT agenda no ato aso ye dwuma no ye fully packed ne ye somo kakra ye de afi no iko na wiye ene the 19th day of December ye damasima makwa
sa pepe Ebusiafo ne de in fact ene meyi documentary na mama nyina mbahwe and rather I was upset about the $100 million deal na yakwa sign no I'm sure that no pay there a lot of you know monya honti ase but mo amunya nhwe video ni there this morning I'll be showing you the documentary we have come on the agenda now oko Facebook for commenting in go share Oyerepa live on Facebook Oyerepa live on Facebook like a page you know for commenting to go sana say a man national be front line sana for ye a check on what is happening Ebusiafo yeah
Kwesi ene nkomo ketenkete ndi bebre kwa ye bebu ni nyina tew ni atiemu asem nkomo ketenkete di kan ye nyina ye nim ese ene Cross Ghana regions ni nyina ye to assembly members ni unit committee for eso aba na isi ni kire se for the first time ye electoral process ni no ye find indelible ink because of say kanena na ye fa biometric nya no odo card kwa na ye facial recognition ni ye no eno na ne ma ke yensa na so ene de ukona machine fa won sanko ade a woto anhia se de ink beka wo na no na NDC MPB raise say baby wona machine ye kona nya adwuma
yeah there are places where machines are breaking down
so 100 times
I mean I think it's in Onyabuche about for me I think it's in Onyabuche especially with the strongholds of the both parties they could abuse the process I am telling you, it's electoral commission. I think so. This election is not a good election to use this. I mean, come on. Assembly elections there. I mean, no 45%, 50%. Turn out. Major election partners always using indelible ink. Indelible ink. A problem.
So say biometric in here. See a person won so.
Well,
and minimum so we address rehearsal towards.
Of course, what it means is that 2024 no. Who trouble na won found san shade any mubium. Oh, the shame no bium say. But in this case, my family san bank ship and the stronghold of a parties no. Voter region, Ashanti region. It's a huge possibility.
Yes,
no, it's a huge possibility.
Mami Jimen's are somebody to Jano Pay no Kwesi. Yakoya major so say be buy nkomodim. Ye be a further explanation of him penny for. ye kwa parliament yese nura kanea dum ho na enura bna bamucho nura jo 18th December parliament kwa setena kakra no mo sorry because of the Christmas festivities inti na nura yera no dompre majority chief whip ene Sam George enya kakra ni nyina mu ne se kanea ni dum ye no ena obi Sam George kan say mo san de ade fra bonten san de ekura na bi na no dom practice no so pen so na ye west change say ko no tum obi be kan enya wo na wo be kan wo ade a waye bi da obi ye bi na wo kan na ye na once mo ana ja omo de broko da ma ye wo fansa na ja obi e ko na nim timura meka ne sasresem esi parliament ebi no ena ye ko ye nim biemu e won sam foforo mu a ye say earthquake asase awoso ewo China wo de to reach ta enseniania na chese ekona ni mama nipa 95 so far ye hu no mo dead bodies ena 220 so de ye hu omo aye mu no ebi so kra yira na America US Geological Survey e de atu dwa se aye 5.9 on the Richter scale na chese anu eden 5.9 de ekona ni mpa ebubu adan asese nioma agodo bebre na what's the results so aba 2023 was nra why ikifo release amomo aso over 4,000 candidates and so papers mom say more practices be kokoko so yeah ento aso
they even talked about AI generated answers. I'm surprised how you could be in an exam room and using AI. I'm surprised.
Wow, and I'm explaining
yeah, I'm surprised. Most of them carry AI generated answers.
Yes, I've already doing this how and the name so the face issue no say I say ato ma kotoko hene enra what did share ba Akua ne din e de Nana mo akupoko 68-year-old officer royal ya officer achirem royal family ene ya boni din se ono ne officer hene elect nti yakoya nim ne mpanifo be ye ho amamre ne amane nyina na fi dani dru wa ya de next so na aye kama say the officer case no eba kege sapon on fanisa on fanisa exactly ebusa fon komo ketenkete bi no ma na mukrum ebi ni amobon so anope
Akua ya beda say and down pay ebusa for quickly no you can find a message of motivation and pay be of course and the message of motivation that bring another pay you can find is always brought to you by Boshaba Electric House. Episode this morning, our message of motivation is from a former UK Prime Minister. Now he says, David Cameron was quite popular back in his days, or not popular a few years ago. Or say, Christmas gives us the opportunity to pause and reflect on the important things around us. A time when we can look back on the year that has passed and prepare for the year ahead. A must say Christmas gives us the opportunity to pause and reflect on the important things around us. A time when we can look back on the year that has passed and also prepare for the year ahead.
Yera David Cameron said the Kwesi kanona or ye UK Prime Minister. Ofri so me say ba ku bi no. No ba Ghana no ba Cocoa Research or tafo achimtafo. Oh, me referee dia me boni dia me so ni mo. Okay. Ono ko na David Cameron die. Na papa ya small camp na otwe de yekodi bronya nti bronya ho command ye. Wo se bronya bre ye bra e ma ye kwan ma yetimi etena fa akudi. Na yebu nkompo hwe ye chi. Na ye hwe nioma abesene twemu afi etwemu no. Na ye di afi we di atoto ho. Na afi ya bon kontini ahwe ye nim. Ahwe afi a eba no. Kwampa ye betimi de nhihye ne nioma nyina e de afa so. Said the Baya BCC young na ye dear rat of fufu. And Tierra David Cameron say, Edu Bronya say, ye and ye the DNA nom, and qua, Nimum Tnase, necessary, no maybe or brabum. I fear chairman me be. I feel we are me woman ye may and a saying, na fifufra urban and so. A dear na me pesame. We are the son will bet me up Wama waiting as a senior. Now what carry Noma? Not the one you in every more, not the opesa way, would be a cake. Now I call him. We are the son. And no many betimi asesa and no many bed done it at the amount we and said the oil and why you be different results okro na abenya
sa pepepe enti ebushafo enano pay die ne ye king na say let me be quick to add that anya bro yanko a and I say you look back ofo ha afeno be say oh next year me ko gym oh next year may say oh next year may say they say endu February Valentine's Day cry na your kind nyina no akwakogu we need to be very disciplined say na be ya na ebe kase ye no ebetimi aye the 2024 year I'm sure the pastors will say it's a year of victory. It's a year of whatever. It's, you know.
Obidia can say, I say, I 11 days na we yaso. Na adia na ma. The so for sharing ko.
Mane hano.
The so for sharing.
Because yango pond here. Otimisi sa the pamba but there one day. Second. It's just a second one day. It's just a second. It's in 11 days in mo kana come on Tony yam. Se ebesi. Ensi so a ensi. Bani nyina e wonya me ho. It's ebusiafo I have any day your message motivation ebesi another pay quickly. You go check it weather not for the next 24 hours. To idea 2% Accra 2% Kumasi there nanka hey ewie na bebo ye chi ne wi aketwa of course and you know but and I'm hamatan into the from Accra and so at least we feel very comfortable you know that is the weather update for the next 24 hours Ghanaian sin nebusa for ndra and be pm say IMF your board meeting no it dey akwa share next year and ya dey $600 million nanka ye hwe ni mu say nsa be kan by the end of the year no be ye juma because IMF for say still na external debt no ye nya hu bibia nti no na nwa man next year di bonya ni wi a na afi no ya tena so no ma hwe se kan on be mayo so mo fa mayo ye hwe ne yakwe but I pay there ye check ye Ghanaian no against the other major trading currencies.
For Bank of Ghana sika some and figures no mo dia brand no pay no e te say de didi hu komo no anu ha na IMF second tranche ne ye kwan se beba enyama ye de aduri de em suggest kodi bronya ne ba
de bien say kodi bronya na sa na ti
je beka kodi bronya na ba na ya hwe se free January ho ko
omuzo mo fa my this year I just said next year
aso she pa na nkofu ani na so boil down to say Kwesi sa na tie we should show no me ya Ghana we go di techi amawo exactly yes say o ma me ma waduane de so aduane ma no de wonam to so na wanum ye ode se me na afa nam ne wiwie ntam na aduane no ani na akwaje nam fofora me ma me so be ka cho se didi ewum nansa wo se wudi enko so na ma wo parent na wakwaje bi na ye se ye to ye nju ya ye no me ye ti obi na instruct ye kire ye kwan ye fa so mo ye bra e wo man no mu me de be ma mo ne me de be ma mo kina me fa ma mo je se kodi bro nya ba we nyina
a whole Ghana.
So you say yes, I could show be a noom. Two can we hear you, Cobon, our cow.
Yeah, it's
I was afraid this is assembly Beja. Baba Isa is standing by Waba or the sports.
Anopay yamuache na yamuakwaba de nam eye agudie mu nsem yaba anopay yebedi nkomo ewo Betpower Premier League no say Betpower mo sponsor biem nti e kan Ghana Premier League yebedi nkomo enra game ba kwa ekam no etodwa Accra Lions edi nkunim yede ho nsem ebe maso konadu ede nsem etodwa eno achi okọ ada games no ba yebekeka ho nsem achewa anopay. Don't forget enra UEFA Champions League and Europa League matches outdoor etimi etodwa na ohwemu a yebehwe draw no teach air draw no ahodo no a etodwa enra no yede ehonsem ebe down ene anopay sports lawyer ni yensa se emfi Betpower Premier League no ene Ghana Premier League bekaya Accra Lions enra echi insuacheman esom eka mienu a insuacheman eti ekenemo baako.
Where we're bringing you the continuation of our coverage of matches in the Ghana Premier. The first opportunity for Swatreman. Manaflis on the pass to the middle. First goal. They are here for business. Long pass by Remember gives it back to Awuni. Good play. And then eventually it's drilled through, and that is the face-saving equalizing goal from Accra Lions. Forward, he pushes it on a bit too fast, but they still have the opportunity. Oh, lovely check-in. And the second one, and the third. Oh, my word. Look at his temperament. Look at his coolness, his calmness in front of goal. Yaya beats the first, beats the second, pick his... And yes, Yaya would have to say prayers. Mohamed Yaya came on as a second half substitution, and what a difference he made. Final score here at the Sugako
post-match conference and a coach Maso Kunedu at the Tudja said the team no a pussy try say on betime Atikano Anye Juma and what coach Ibrahim Tanko ono enra oko post-match Emma Accra Lions and the Tudja say a gamer na afanu mi na ubia e bon homode in the game nemum or you happy say unya results no. Now, Yabeko Europe na yache UEFA Europa League enra round of 16 draw etodwa say and a draw no ekoye Feyenoord any AS Roma and a ebebo Galatasaray and Sparta Prague ebebo Shakhtar Donetsk and Olympique de Marseille and a ebebo Young Boys Sporting CP Benfica Toulouse Lens Freiburg, AC Milan, Stade de Rennes, Sporting Braga, and a quarterback, and a ebebweni we 15 February 2024 and games no ebetima toja na fe return leg na 22nd into we UEFA Europa League ahonsensem and no yabahwe Conference League no men also draw no toja enra me be feel na fe yakọ Grimsones and aso ye o say I convince say Man City and I say Arsenal ebetime age the UEFA Champions League no afi.
Porto against Arsenal was the first tie to be drawn. So Arsenal will go to Portugal to take on Porto. Napoli will play Barcelona. PSG, Paris Saint-Germain, will face Real Sociedad. Inter Milan will face Atletico Madrid. PSV Eindhoven take on Dortmund. Lazio will play Bayern. Copenhagen will play Manchester City. And Leipzig face Real Madrid.
Nowhere near as good as our league. They don't play with the same intensity. I'm not sure if they've got that desire that our players show. So I think both Arsenal and Man City.
You think an English name's in the trophy?
Yes, I think they're the best teams. Looking at them, I really have. I think our league is so good now. Those two teams must be, if not the outstanding favourites. Maybe first and second or first and third.
And what see down call Mauricio Pochettino na so ya English League Cup and the Otrafie was Stamford Bridge so on Newcastle United and ebo Christopher Nkunku bekaya against Sheffield United no can match this squad no when sia kan na o say enne hopefully obenya 20 minutes be abo.
I think because I am seeing today much better than the day before to play against Sheffield United. Maybe increase the possibility to be involved. How I see today, I can tell you, maybe can play 20 minutes. How I saw him before the game with Sheffield United, in my mind, I was 1%, 2% of doubt. That is why I didn't want to take a risk. That I explained how I explained to him. Because, you know, I need to be 100%. And then, okay, things can happen. But if I have 1% the doubt, I think it was good for him to feel doing the warm-up, being involved with the team. That was amazing. But
abusua anɔpɛi ɛde agodie mu nsɛm no asi sports lawyer nie ɛnan homra yɛba Oyerepa breakfast time bɛtoa so with Kwesi Parker Wilson ɛne sister Kia yakraw.
abusuafo yemamu nyina chimama kwaba e de ba ye dwumadie so na Ghana te sen nka nhyehyɛ sɛ de tie no nka du da ubonkrata so na nso nkomo ni bia befam a ehia sɛ wo se ye gibre na ye de etwetwe ɛho nkomo anopai Ghana te sen ba bi edi ani ehwɛ ye ma nkomo ye fi dwume yase a ye de titibeti no ba no de me de famu ye women empowerment ma ebre duru e wo se ye ye hye sapo mu nsu na ye boye homode ye boye ho so e wo nneoma bi mu nipa bebre na dwen no susu ye kro ni musu bebre mu kra no bebre hu se wo so ba kra di ni ko school esanso okokokokoko a aware ano de ebewa beware oware wi ano afi ase ye wo na wo hyehye jade no aduane eye ma ye dwuma no ye ware ye wo ye no anuane na so ani se de wi ase ekro no jade wo ntimi hye wa amade ya nchi wo hye wo no aduane no wi upie na upie ba bonten a wo life no de wo de be ye no ehia papa ye make babies ni wi a ye san bobra adwuma na mema na ye ne ye bi school no mo kɔ no mo ye nso ye kɔ bi ye mu bi kura wa class ane ye wo no na ye bi ti mema ni bi bebre de bia enti ehu hia se wo se ye so mamu na ye pia wo mo ma wo kɔ wani papa na no pay ye kɔ asori a ede Anointed Palace Chapel ye ka Anointed Palace asori a je se do Ghana for do na anim na osofo obofo asori ene eku bi afi asori nim ya ye wo mu ma e wa ha omuni ebedi nkomo me wo Madam Victoria Parker sister pa oba ya na me say we dey Parker nua ba papa ofase Victoria Parker one ni Queens of Sierra Women eku ni din no Queens of Sierra Women ho eno no ena Linda Frane eye secretary e wo ku no emu ye ka Queens of Sierra omo ye den ye bisana zofo asori mu nso de women empowerment nkefa mo ho bai Mama Vic Auntie Linda me mama good morning about Oyerepa TV so we president na wa we so ye kofa ba ye die ye fa nkomo no emfiri wo so ye ka Queens of Sierra e de na e se ba obi adwene mu
acha yo mi da ase de di nkan na chia Reverend Obofo 1 oye APC ye founder any leader baby obia me bo me mu asema no de to so bio me chia asafo mani nyina ekuo bi e wasafo no de to so bio ye ma me Queens of Sierra ye chia de bebre na me da se bebre ne ma me ko fa asa ekuo ni ba ye ne se Reverend Obofo ne yire omo ye obi omo ya doye papa na oma ye no wasori dem na ma me no so bunipa se ne oni ye tie ne de we a oma papa na ni je no me tena asidi na mse da bi maame we de o se ye hye nanimonyam o woni sika o woni bibia enti nye sika ne ye de be hye nanimonyam ne o se ye tikuo ne ye de support no ne o ma doye a o me ye no e hye nyankopon animonyam
I see nti botaye amodi tikuo na no nti adoye na efi aso dem ho no enu ebi na modi apia bonten mame nko secretary one so UN secretary general Queen of Sierra na Queens of Sierra no adoye no mo ye e wasori ni din mu anaso se sofo mo ana mo ba kwakope musika fi baabi e na mo de abeye sa adwuma no
acho me da se mechia papa okubofo na mechia me mama papa pa in Sierra me pacho se ye papa na eye ne daye so eye ne duane odie ene adoye no enti no ono na wa ma ye kwan se ye mfa mbra bonten na enso afoforo nso nti no eye papa dim
nti mu de asori na hommo ani bi ene eba bonten
me pacho
ede na de sa na montuo ni ba ye memra Auntie Vicky so ede na de sa na montuo ni ba ye a monam so etu sa na mo san se adoye de se nka de obeba wa so dem no wo che bibia na aso ne so bi ade na mo de ba bonten se de on ka ho te se me ma asori ni bi de mo cha doye ni bia ebi betimi aso me so
me da ase bebre ye tena ase hu se obo ho a wo abonten wo hia moa emoa na wo hia no enya sika nko a obo ho pe company mpo keke onya bi nti ye pia abonten am hu se adoye no enye sika nko a de ohia bia wo afutuo obo onya asema wo se onya boafo obo ho no ma ne tese oni boafo ba bia ye koye nso ye hu se enkrofo hia moa pa eni nti na ma ye tie si abonten no ye ka se bio evangelism adoye no nso ka ho bi isobo hu Reverend Obofo a hu ne se wontumi ma ne ho meka na koma so ade enkyere no tie pese ye de kofom no bia hu se adoye no etumi so bia so
I see na wo kan say nipa ne bebre hia moa ebi nso obo okra wo peka kyerefo asam to na opobi one ne besusu na asem ho ene saa neoma no Queens of Sierra no mo asafo ni mu na mo afi ase afi eku a obi abetimi adom bia na agese wo asafo ni mu
show me dance yes abontin ase say ye wodom be 4000
really
make us say da be lunch 31st no APC Achimota branch no ye de omu nyina e ba ho yes abontin obia tumi badwan ni kuo ni bi ba bia wo bia emfa ho ni kuro a wo so
anti die pa na mo ye the wa be join no ono contribute bibi ana wo beji bibi
show me dance ye nyi obia hwe eno ani wudin ni mwa a wo hia no de betumi ayafa ho no obo obeka ne se obeba se nka o mi kwa bi ko pesika enso obedru ya nimu no hu se ye kire na adwuma na ye hye dwa kra ebe boa no sana semiti
se de mo ye de mo de twin crofo asore ma e de afiri mu me boa eye we a mo de twin crofo de afiri se obi apemwa obi ani wa o chi se befo asem pa ko no ho e de mo de jin crofo asore ma o Linda
me pacho enye ne sa asore anipa ne ko bia te se de amema meka no nipa yenye omo wabonten no obia dodo na akọ masori ebre na akọ masori nti no emfa ho asori awoko o join it we accepted and we are welcome
really yes. Say abeye maku ana say mema nso timi baby
papa cho mema nso timi baby obia
say dey amodi atoso dey ayam mema ni biti obeka say eku akoyin da so dey be ma me koye dey
ai papa cho ye chechire mu kire o say eye maame nanim onyam hye edina ede to so ne dey hye maame nanim onyam nti obia timi baby
na wo kase ku bi be miensa bi na afifi emu afiri kan no so ho asem kakra kire me
me pacho de ni kan me koduru asori ho no
o do ni asori na afi ben
9 years ni me ko ten pacho nti
na asori ben na akọ na ujai ko
me ko praise bi
ma asori ba no eni asomdwe nka ho
so
eni ujai praise bi ko bofo asori
pacho
really o ko yen so de o pese hu
pacho
nitio
nti no ye ba Achimota no maame no de
nkan na wo
me pacho
okay
se me maame ni kunu tie no sabio osofo bi wo beba sori kra di die ni mu na wo member kra wanya ni die ni bi ma papa ya ho keka ni de se ne one maame ne tie no na mse da bi e wo se me hye maame na nimonyam tie nimonyam hye no na maame te Queens of Sierra no ti meti ye na ye ko ye nim kakra na ye di ni ko di ade ye ma ne di na adoko esika che nti ye ma ne na adoko esika che na mse asori mu anso ne asan hye maame ya nimonyam dia ene ne meti culture se wo ko ba bi kra na ye de sa culture na di nanim ne che sa wo asori ho a nti ye sa de egusu kakra na me so for friend me say omo adoye no mpe so di pia bonten nti me enkote Kwesi women empowerment no na me de no so kan nti na
ye mra Kwesi women empowerment no mo e de pa wo se mo ya adoye apart from adoye no say de bia wuntimi eno aduane nkotete nhye obi anum sa wo so kire ne say de nam ne yi no da wo ni ho no anso akonsuo ne ho akwakoyi women empowerment na de pa no mo ni so de na mpese mo ye
ye pese ye kire nkrofo adwuma omunyansa no dwuma se obi esua de pam a ye de ne bema obi o wa sori ha na obi o wa bonten o ye kuo ne ba na o pam ade no ye de member ne o pese osua de pam ne bema no na ono a kire na de owi ane ama no machine ne ade o de be ye adwuma ya start bi a kire binum nsa no dwuma ebinum ye liquid soap ebinum ye dettol ne ade ne amom kakra o de be ye adwuma na no wo fie kra utumi ye de si wani mu ton na wanya de obedi
nti no ne women empowerment de
ene ma bebre wo
na de ono ne de no wako school a ono so pa dwuma nkasa enye bi ansa no dwuma no eno so mo hyehyeye ma wo mo
ami pa cho eno so ye de ne ma gu akwan mu a ye be ma bi ma bi ye drivers ya ma mo de no makasa ye pese ye ma mo adwuma na mo ye adwuma bebre ne wo bi amfa ho unko school da kra na wo so no de nsa beka
na enkran kwa na mo wo
me pa cho
also enkran
me pa cho
I see ma sorry so second headquarters e Kumasi Anambra
e patro se e wakra
mo ye fi Kumasi ya mami nti Olinda
me patro said ya mama meka no headquarters no se Abakra nti no ye wakra nti akra na ya start free for now nti no ebeko baby bebre pese ye lunch na yetimi pese ye lunch nti no e what 31st anopa no na ye lunch we are then na they call other places and so
I see mo sorry no we akra ni Kumasi bi o ba bi e ka ho bi ana say dawro no mafi ase no na mo de be evangelism na ma penkrofo na mo de akekire baabi manta hodo na aka no
actually that's bebre there were branches be 30 we Ghana
I see
APC ye be obi okofodua Kumasi Abri Mampon Takrade bebre mintumi nkan nti ho nyina ye be kone akokiriti be ni bi ho
see na ohwa ema no titiru na mode mani esi so no adoye no na ye afono sofo enti no pese ode nsa no dwuma ehyemu anasa ne ebedu baabi no na minyi misika bi nemu ho akosa mo fifiri na ekoye wadwuma na pe osika
acho me da se enye sa se obi kira onam yi a eyesin se obe ma osika da bia nti wo hu nsa no dwuma na okita capital em se da bia no obe ye free asen se obe bana anansa na waba bia me hia we no age na wokọ na woni adwuma bia de bebo bra emwa nti ne se afono sofo no se obi anya bibi so gina na se oni ho kra na wo de akae se
sorry man bebre ni adwuma ye won
me patro ni asori ma bebre wa adwuma ye bebre wa adwuma bebre
Mama Linda ye nkomo na yesin but ni nyina mu no ye enjoy ni enkoye nim se ye hwem adwuma no ne se de musi ye no a se de na koye full time adwuma de amamu bebo a dawura mo na mamu boy akoye full time adwuma wo se ye pe huhu de no ne ye pe huna mu de se heaven ye be konso ye nyankoy ye ti asase su de eden ye nipa bedidi enti e de no mahwe ye ho adwuma ahokeka no amode ye sa de no wo ne se kane bi wanim ye koye nim no anaso se ahokeka ne wo fom meburu na aba na ese bebre na akra ben ye sure se mote ho asem se Ghana meburu ni bi empa adwuma ebi no so pede ya botan ka mo ba high conditioner ha nyunyu bibi sa no mo pe nenso minimum bi cross sika wo bush sika e wo wram nti wo ma wani ekode wo ye ho a wo betimi aye de ese wo ye na wo ye ne ye mo ni meburu na kasa omo show interest e wo adwuma nim adekora na mo amutu no
Pacho medase ewiase na ye wo sisi ano se wo ho na one count like one force ya nyoma bebre kechi ase de bia no pese wo depend wo bi so a ebedru baby no nipa na wo depend wo no so no obeye fed up enti no ebe ehu hia na ebeboa nso se one kasa as a person wote ho no obeye independent. That's the main thing women empowerment stands for. Say you should be independent. Enti no se nipa na independent on one kasa no we see na dream po see na dream pese me pese say na me ana say me pese me ye ne say nti no eno beboa no I just obi o ha naturally on one kasa em say nti no no de bia ya nti no woni nipa no e kasa woni na eye obi o sesa ohun say ehun be hia say daache no ana wokọ nanim no tomorrow bi ebeba eni ehia say wo say depend wo bi so nti no kakra no dia we see na dream pese me pe bibia ye na mum na mo wan free baby amaye no with women empowerment no ebeboa no ema wetimi egina ne naso
mama nyina usubiem mo na mo ba pray no ema wo issues wo hu sa omo ni mo din komo mo problems ni bi ye de
bi eye te say dia ni nyina boils down to say oni bibiye ana de oye no enfeche no anything nti no ebia eno so emwa no like say o bibiye kra na most of it no emwa no ni nyina boils down to sika ana say o pese me koye sade we but akase dia mekofa mekono ana say de obedi nanim kra e de nakono nti no eho no so ye hwe nipa no problem na then we tackle from there.
I see. Na mo ne be mo didi nkomo no ma memra anti so anti Vicky so ansan masamba so almost say the issues na wo ho women empowerment dey yeah was say hwe holistically problems e wo ho no ye sabi bia ware bone ana adwuma no openanya no wonya bie ana de ote ho no no mpe ase na adwuma wo ye dey obi anya adwuma ye better say de ote ho a ope mo no mo di nkomo no issues be na mo picky fee o mo ade ni mu ntia mo di tu sa na mo
aso me da ase de dodo na ye abamubuo
o ka bamubuo na o che
me nka ho me ntumi nye nti ofu se on de ntumi mo de ote no saa na wo so otena nti yenso ye mo hu se ubetumi aye nti bo ho so ene bi nso ya aware ye se ofu se ni kunu no enye dia no so nye na ote ho obi nso
ebi timi dwen sa
me pa acho
me ma na nkwa amfesika me me so me nya adwuma
onye
sani wo na komode o
ai enti ote ho sa just onyini hu ni na ote ho sa anti ye dictate ye chekere ama mu said ubetumi aye sa wo ye wadwen kwa sa obeya na ode mpai boka ho a ubetumi aye enti ye koye na eboa pa na ade ba ko nso ma ya ba mu bui just the ma ye hu dudu ye madam me se obi betumi akacho so pe 200 cedis
e dia ko ye
me na me kachero me say there was a time you rubber be pay na me secretary na fe me su
kafra
on just oni obi ma sa sika we
se ye brane ya ye be na obi a woti a wo hwe yen e pese o join ne mo na obenya chafa wo made am ye mu a mo chi akwan ye leader madam secretary
me da say ye chi akwan sisi a no ye chi akwan ye achimota but your number e wo ho a eno bebia nipa no wo bia no ofra e betimi a meeting halfway
okay tell me for number ni to we na yenko ye bre na so
pacho number ni ye 059 22 99 797 059 22 99 797
okay madam asebusuafo ye ni Queens of Sierra ekuo ya ewo APC Anointed Palace Chapel osofo asori emu makuo na ye ne omadi nkomo yi number no de to dwa no betimi follow be bia wo all over Ghana and even beyond Ghana kra no ufra de wo peti wo mu no benya ye ne madam Linda Afrane oyeko secretary and afi madam Victoria Parker ono so eye president ono na motese ne di nkomo no ne din de Kwesi do ye twa ye ho akwaba ene ye pikin live feed efrim polling centers ahodo ewo Ghana afadan nyina yenko ye dane ye tititi aye ba ye reporters obonten da ne ye to assembly members aba na sign na noma esikro ntwa ye homra sese a abusuafo yankọ ahomaso na ye ne yensem training gofredanim ntwetwe nkomo ene nkomo a wanya edi free form ho polling centers ahodo ni mode ba ne yenkotedi Freddy good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Ayi na wujira no pay.
Sabre ababe piemu crew from east. Aprobon ye hyase anopa na ne ye hwe nipa dodo a ombeto aba ewo asante mantem hanoma this election na ekoso no na asante mantem abe piemu hanoma electoral areas and the year to aba ne 1087 unit committee for more pre asante mantem hanyina mo ye 9100 and assembly members or more pre ne 3919 na bambo ho nsem no ahomache asad base 430 na asante regional police command na hyase amo base police for na amo call duty wo abatu e mononti bambo ho nsem de police for say dem di card to you no maboabo mo ye pa obepie mo hanama o hwe on my right across from east hanama ye way police ni ba ko hanama o hwe ama abatu na ntimi akoso tote ebepie mo hanama abatu na hyase a ekoso wo hwe line mu a enipa omo ni ebi ato a omoko oba omudi karte assembly member de ne ma ba bi ejin enipa 4 na presse ye betom so aba amoma be assembly member ewo kro from is yan hwese betimi ne isi panina o hana di nkomo ne abusa no said de ne mesiko oba pa good morning.
Good morning.
Bibia boko de
na me adum bibia boko wa hase
udini ese na o ye de wa
e fe me comfortiaro me na me ye PO hase.
Okay. No mo mpani for a press conference on crime. No mo ye Ghana for so mo meto. Mo am form hanom. Ene mo buy say na mo si aye arrangement. Say na mo si aye nhyehyɛ no.
Pacho ba ko yiri yesa na
and this akwa hwa or tre opani no ba na ɔte odika ate assemblyman na na ɔte unit committee na ma na ɔtwe no say unit committee no choice obetusu enipa 5 almost 5 na so utusu ena utusu bro so na asai so obetimi ato ba ko de ba odudu abetimi atusu ne 5 ti ohwa kiu no ma ne opani nkasa opani good morning odini yesai
from Adusi Poku.
Okay, Adusi Poku ene wababejana woto abama assemblyman edie nti na wababejana woto ama assemblyman no
assemblyman abade say o say o man ba pade o hwe na woto aba na nipa obeba beboa mpuntu o mantemu no akoso nti na ema me ba beto aba no.
Okay, nti the wo hwe nanim so obawin no die na mo from is for mo hwe se obo be ya mama.
Oh, se nipa opena ubenya no na bibi ehia o de beto animu ama mpuntu akoso.
Nti mo die ne hia mo hwe se assembly member mbebo ama.
O de hia se obeboa ese enema ekoso ha enye no yebehunu mitimi mu bone emanidi ba se ade ekoso enye bia yebehunu na yede ato ne kwan mu pepepe se de eti.
Okay, yeah, unit committee for so mo akonya se mbeto 5 eno no ese mu yi nkofo mbetimi aboa ma assemblyman na etimi a champion mo niema na wo ka no
sanity
omo no uhwemu a omo mo planning na mo wa mo arehemu
omo pre no ya hwem enipa ne dos nti omo ayewa arehemu wo mu no yebeyi wo mu amomo aba
enipa ne biti se wa bia o fi o nyanko adwuma onyamma assembly member abato dodo na ntanto e de na wo ka kire omo because omo na omo beje mo nsem na dia kwa assembly na emo aba
ane de mekane se obi a wo fie kwanya wo hose oba no obeto aba no owia no okọ zese e kohemra na se wo nyansani wa ama mehye na de obeba be hye bi ediwu enti se wo ye badwen ba na odwene ne ma ekọ na opempuntu o mantemu a o se wo ba na obeto aba na wo kire wadwene na wanka se mehu ya nka o se ye ni se mehu ya nka so de eni aduro na kachi nti obia MP na ometo na ba so man bapa na onyi nipa o se ombetimi aboa mampuntu aide akoso o mantemu sana
nti sene city na ha when near to say about 24 general election ti queue no sheda emoboso sa oba ya omote do to assembly member de na wasa akokoto unit committee members no so de ba oba ya papa na akoyenko dada ene opani bi ojoni musa na say oye good morning
senior
odini yesay
acho frame Osekoju
Osekoju ma say tag bi da wonim ona bo ya wantwo osi akon oye den wa
acho me free agent ewa
okay ya hwe agent ifiti ano pa mo ba ya dwumedi nhyɛ ase no nso no bibia de na kwam
bibia de na kwam sele city na
okay nti ano pa mo ba ya no mo de box barrel ne besi wo no ena mo biem mo hwe mu na bibia de na kwam na ansa na mo bia no de yi na to
na bibia de na kwam na bibia so ndem
okay ma hu se one mark ba ko eno no kire sei
esemtimi mitima mani do on because last year no yeah huso this year ne abre pa entino obi abatu bia mitima mani do so said they on fa ebi metumu bio na de ba ko na ma no no betu entino entana ye gina hanom
okay enti ona oye agent ma assembly member na oteso na bo ya wantwo si akoyenko opening so opening good morning udini yese
ba she from Kwaku boy Michael
okay won so ye den
I'm a police station agent ma incumbent assembly member na oteso
okay na ma hu say tally ayibi kraw na one mark 1 2 and 3 enti obi to one mark yana
but yeah share number of people are mobile for abato no na na muslim no so the be account na na mfe anything nipa na ba so there is a number of people no so no mark no so they be hu nipa dodo a omato aba no
this so far nipa se na ato
esi nipa miensa na abetu
okay enti mo die na wo ka kire omo mo okro from hanom efa abato e ho
the ambassador me ka kire okro from man say obi MP no nkoto aba no na because abato no e ho na ye shemla
message na wo dey ma electrician mo hai
me show obi enkran say omo mbra na omo meto na omunyi omo assemblyman for their community development announcement be account ye hwe anope kakra ba ye chese ombeba ti ye show menim ti ye jo bia se omufie na omumra we are ready to serve them
any panel by idea no famra
voters ID card for voters ID card say voters ID card sorry na say wo copy na e ma omo aye small paper bi wo ba ye be hwe enu su kwa ni hona say wo ba na say e haya na wo register e dia wo bo di na say hwe register na say wo di wo mu so a na obi di adanse say wo yes say community a wo ha bia enu su betimi allow
okay enti crow from east ena anopai ye gina ye ne oma adwe kwanta to precise and you know mom to abani bia prayer changes destiny electoral area and a first pointer yene omo to abani bi kasa any agents for libin so kasa and yene
hello Godfred
yes sister Akua Metenka
me pacho ma mi sa wa samba ku bi kakra isi press ananso se press conference omo ye ne nura no asamba ku omo de tu dwane se indelible ink aye de kan yensa no afi yemfa bi nto aba ukona machine identify wo wi a eno ano no you can go ahead and vote sa asem no ebi no mo kire se beboa me nipa bi awiem esan se machine no kura nya ba bia nso na ye adwuma ukona amfa won sa na che se ye deny wo se ye ma won to aba na uhwa sa nkomo yi aduru ba bia wo gina no na o manfo ne gine sen
na isi penine kasa no kire mu se oba na se bia omo ho no unya obi ma ntimi kire se aha na woto aba na ye hwe paper na wodi wo mu a mame so question ma no a mo press conference ade ba ko bi mu ye se indelible ink na ma me ginchi mi se anhwa na ya mfa anya adwuma wa abatu wem ene ye pesi ebisa se mo aha no se indelible ink ne ye mfa anya adwuma na so obi bana se bia ni bibia ye ya de kwa be na befa so amna to aba
ni bibia ye se
ye mfa indelible obi ai ba indelible ink ne de be ne nsa no ye mfa nye se bia won to ya na so wato ene pesi ehu se mo
oba e be verify and I want to say e be destroy barcode ntimi nsa amba bi
okay nti sister Akua no watch so mo de barcode na be differentiate se wato ana so to yenko omo ye agent for no mo so enka o madwo se obi koto ya de bibi fa nsa eno ama na omo che se anhwa na ya mfa anya adwuma wa boy
go for the anya sa anhwa ya mfa anya adwuma ade no say de ma me ji mensa kan nya sa anhwa ya mfa anya adwuma ntene ink bi ama ho that's what eno kan
it's specifically almost mo mfa anya adwuma mo as agents no ekwa be na mbefa so na mo je sa ayi ne tum
ya jitum anu ntina ma yete ben omo se de be nipa na verify na ibenya signals are verify no
okay
nti se de be a won konsa ma se bi a wo se baba betu bi mu nti e ben wa ye hu bibia e koso
okay nti mo de mortality ne na be tali na mo be na mo de be check from the east and we say obi ato na want
sa nti ewi a e be kwa kohwe ne machine so no number no nya ne de ahwe so de nse number no e wo so no ni na e pepepe
okay thank you
okay
go for now when you omo akoso aba ne nso bi omo akwakoto omo de no when you bi no benya ba ku mienu bi a pink ne first time I am fa bi anka ne nsa no feel ne te say when you say ni pani bi a obetimi ne di nkomo ana
sequence anopase no pressure and shed any hand nipa no otuwe ya na okọ man ba ko bi na ogina ho a oto that's at the time ene inu abai beka se we bia na wawie ne asochi ne na kasa oba pa good morning we agent ma hwan odino
from Oslo Uswansa me agent ma Isaac AJ Century
okay nti oba e de na watimi atali
me ba e de ni atoto form ese bibi akoso wano yempe problem ni yibia enu ntini ye nyina ye bemben ya
okay nti oba bibi akọ kama
bibi akọ nice
okay enti ise Akua said ye na all kan ye hwe se question na obisa se obi tuwia papa ba ko bi ya ato we yenko busa no na se opani ye nyina nim se abato ye to no Ghana no e ba na se bi akọ na akoto ye de ink bi ka wonsa so abato we de o mse ye mfa nye sa feeling is say difference is
me hu se eno ye vi se na shewo nsanso wo number bia na ka ho ba we say biometric no untimi ntumienu nti wo de wonsa kokromoti na eye wie na bibia kwa ha eno anu nti we no eye pa
nti o gina machine ho na verify
me gina ho se eye ya na ko file
okay
nti we nye emfa bia we dia fa kama bibia kama
okay enti ese Akua ha de buy no omo metimi aka so mabetu ni nyina obi ani ho a was spend more than 2 minutes on the machine verify no buy apa na verify buy apa na verify
I see and na che se enioma ekoyie na wo yi crofom ba bia wo gina ni free ho a wa pick snippets of information bi Fifi baby say bia mentime ho ase bia piem esan se do say ya na obi a charged especially agents na omugina mu ye adwuma e de ama wo mo nkrofo a egina me ato mo so aba no what pick information bi nkomo nkrofo didi ne form ebi ne sen
Secretary, too early in the day, but they met me a can say, Anopanasat. The time I do Asquano, now Asqua police station one now is in Cofono, how much a shenkunyano, but any pamai, on them crumwa, come here and say the Padudona, more of them, the air core Juma, and acquire responsibility of assembly members, no as parents, no, any unit committee for now, among them few more, more body rule say, a month from P. Mameto Abano, no, what you more, and you know, Yentiminka say, a baby bessie, and I say, baby betty by any party nyama as and when a more banana I bet determine say be challenges be ba and as my baby ayakunina from the regional police headquarters I fire a cocofa in Shayeso a room in Shayeswa a babisi asqua a room my baby pimuku from me day yanko baby ama issue BNC or honum
nache say asumdwemwara na obi a eto abano what friend nti ne kwakra ne say wo free ha we fa no wani kire say nye krofo mu ana ne obeye adwuma
Secretary, share any say a bit near Boyre mention of near Rima, near Quacofa, Bant money from Bant money, see quadra so near quarter or so, and son, I say, real remark of Fatumata Bokuna, near Sababi PMO, a doom, and say, Lady a Dumano, a dorso, a
Dumanes so, and son of Mejawa Moacono. What titi baby, a woman say, why a flashpoint pa as a competition, you're tough for Honti. I was a process for any coho, yes, some trouble, you've been interest or one.
Secretary, baby, Bakua, met me a casse. Before say ye babe to a baby 3 days to about we na tension hopa ye in shire so baby I can now honorable poor man assembly member who feel more babe ye came a presiding member and the terms as one ye ne was a baby no incumbent no ubia or what da kojuma Dakojum phone animal and I honorable poor man so was say banty the last people's forum on my honor not tension or ye panty I share any say a honso a bit me I say sempe for more money come home because honorable poor man who say a juma babaye no when we and all the cook here me a cowboy jumo ho and a or say ba and if I've soon say honorable poor my buy no why any dear yes walk now penny and they will buy no so better was until I honor a quack will be all kakra and only through honor man crow from north el baby and presiding member Emma KMA honorable Kwame from Pong, and one so aqua baby pressure kakra bit me about because operating who say Juma Oyen okay me no as what was no de a trim punto back from then people soon say yeah what baby uncle now more balance so emeranti these are some electoral areas a was sentiment temohanoma and sempe for the bamboo if we say obi otia kunya so na pese wutu no yentunu kwa ena omomo ba no so eni abrese omoso ba je akonya no
I see ma ya fa unsi ha moni adwuma pa ye bedo wase na wahwe ho so ye wo aprobo ni mu ye besi bia ne nkomo bi ye beba no no amayaso ate abusuafo yensem training go fredanim anopai baby a wakɔ ne nam ogina krofum sisi a owi ato aso de itinerary naba akire obekokɔ akwabu akwaneta no so nyina santia besim na waba nachi aba behwe sɛde no no miensa ne bɛbɔ no na yakenkan ene edintuo ni nyina ebesi aye ene Ghana te sen no ye de bo ba kwakum no mamienu ye ne Queens of Sierra Asia ena fe yakɔhwɛ sɛde polling centers nso te ne ahokeka omanfo de kɔto aba ɛwɔ enei assembly members abato ni unit committee abedwafo nkomo no emu mede mu si anama sorry so amakwan ama PSA lady the health and lifestyle ababeto amo so na nsa na mesori no ya the happy birthday nchia memfama Emmanuela osei kankam oko school e wo wewe so JHS ya wo kanti nkro no wewe so JHS Manuela osei kankam efiri ama munyima ntifo ho osei ya ma happy birthday abusiafo midin de Kwesi do amesori ye to so a eba e health and lifestyle asomwe nkamunyina
Of course. Tuesday. Na Tuesday no. Exhortation Tuesday. Na Councillor Collins Bonsu Ebedin Komosi managing your expectation this Christmas. Adia wo hwe ni mo no kwan be na befa so atoto no na ye kama ampa Hega Natural Clinic ekra mu ene anopai wo se yan sankro saje we di aboso a Hegan ointment ebebo apa wo pimples on no so ya ichel ebebo wo Hegan cold capsules ye adru Prosta M ebo mema mrantie wo fanom ajanom wo mu prostate eho ban pa na Hegan pasim so ema osisimo den boostu libido ne krakra Hegan balm anani ointment no ye ahototo ni ahotwetwe etimi ne pa rheumatic pains apatra papa okrom na Hegan Natural Clinic obehu wo mo 0202 449509 and 0243 661837 counselor make us say we wish you a Merry Christmas and I know we wish you a Merry Christmas we wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Yes, it's fantastic.
Yes. Yeah. Managing your expectation this Christmas. How do we do that?
Yes, idea here pa ntiebe ma atifo nyina ahwefo nyina afishia pa. Eso nkokra me nana owusumafo bukrum kruntri ne nana nyankopon hyira ne unkranche ne watetene PSA onse afiaso na onyame adom wa me na toye nyina ifisa abre ya nkosi 31st erade be hu ye nyina amobo na de nti a bre ye pese ye ka de ye ka ho asem no yese wa akura mebusa wo ese nkrofo beda wo hwe wo manu so be ba be di ubronya so de ase
fan ma hu dia wo kire no
yes if you say
make me abodi na
me ma mo bia di ba pese wa odwene ho so na won say emre bia no hwehwe mu kire say especially ya ha no ne ya de yo no won say enso nom hwe say omonse no be ba be di ombronya enyam fonso expecting that your in-laws will come and bless you enyam fonso kra so especially jumadi ye di nyina say grofo a nyame na modon so aye no edinkita ho de bia mafa pen council me twire obia institutions ahodo say we ne ba be dimbronya ne ade won say maame wo ye ne sa on abuzi aye ne sa ma ankoba sa won say e de wo how be beba and we want to draw all of us our attention to it and say afiaso the most important ne say onyame ehu ye mobo de yetwa 2023 bra ye Christopher ye kai yewura onyame nam ne so bagi wiase enkwa
na woda
yes na woda anti ye ni je enkwa but ye mu bebre ye nyan ni je no eno nti na ebre nyame abie kwan wotie na wani aba ho so sa se wo hwe ani mu se wase e ba be di ubronya bia 500 Ghana so but once achede de wo don sem na akusi odema inti say what's the 200 ba once
what ho
no once no we bedwa once we hwe so de e bia 1000 kura over
but yeah
to offer 200 inti nkuma kokko
inti ko
edi yeah can say wo mo abetwetwere omudi so mba be du brunya no enkamfunzo bia ne ho but also make your expectations reasonable minimize it say be ya emfa wo how akodu obi mbreo enti managing your expectation in this Christmas Eve no will help you avoid unnecessary stress, disappointment, so adi nyapa bitterness, ungratefulness and a cursing others. Because we have a period of blessings.
Okay.
Bra yishira. So until so here any mu kwase piece over be do bronya na angosa on here no akopa kra akodo me nipa. It was we want to nipa ni bi ne meje. Oh sanya aduma but once eno ado ha bebrew. It was we are entering into 2024 with new energy, enthusiasm, commitment. Just say yeah enema foforo. But one here bre so ani gino. Abufo na ya wa na ahye ho abufu. Enye so obi na ahye abufu say Identity so church nkrofo bebredi me say na nati we me say oba be dimbrunya so ndi say na na dimbrunya na me hu na na kra me ntia no so fi say wa be dimbrunya ye nya ne sa so enti ye ka say to avoid stress no ye say was osun be wa beto so so ama nkrofo a ohu wosusu say o me dimbrunya o ma me dimbrunya so enti ye ncha ne so sa na ya die bitterness you see people become embittered because also of any say and for be blah channel there
obetimi ja sore kro
so in this application na betimi atu obia obetimi
block
because me say maybe our tendency because me hwe afi 2023 nyame adaroma adwumadi ahodo adi o hwe any say dabi and me say nyam fonso say o hwe any but ye reasonable tie bebe bia no so mo ani nso nya sa be ungrateful sa afipa na me hwe say me no wa yonko fa de nga be ba be timi brunya sonko but on say ye nyina nim say no wiase no enema mo odene na de ntia ye ka we bi o ye say on say obi wo ho a on susu say de o hwe o susu say o de be bro ne so ti kakra na o de be bakra on fama so on fama kra be ko nim say won wani nso so na afi wonko dume ebia wase ofi pamfo ye nyina na yetifie so na afia so I didn't na me nkwa na expect me say bia me ba be wado so so utimi eyebie asori dia ye kan say asori wo enhyehyɛ ahodo a me ma sori say bet methodist bookroom me so panyin ocheba me chiao
Christ in
wo no nhyehyɛ ye 24th ya na ye betoto ye nwum ndi wo bibia fa bechi obi but once ha no obi hwese obi ba bechi obi ade no be obi ba bechi na ade na adenti na ade onkochi obi ade so if you say bra it's a period of showing love so what Christ has done for all of us na afi ye bechire ye ni so a kire afoforo ekwan a afi die nyame ne adi ne na say ya nyen hyehyɛ say de medofo de beba bia no mesomua so ya die ba the ungrateful attitude say once wani nso na titiri ya maame no bebre sometimes once ana menopause nti once wan hwe a mrante wa ne kitesi omo area hu kura no mo doje because once esa wo ma inshira no you ready and who shia wona na nka the first thing is say ubeshira no teme na me mo official pa na nko ashira no na no kura wagya na ona na bia wono adwene ho dada ode o Christmas gift vebro ba ya maame no bebre in particular once ushia wa bebronya ade wa na phone call kura once obi wa you see I want to mention that adeche no nye sika ne die kwa so
o ka se won abewa ni inshira no on so dia wo de ama and o de man
oh yes very important
yeah and your services so
wo sum obi
odi adeche obi
wo che obi ade so na on say no issue na being available to your children oh yes
na won say
what can say dem amemfa ye yere no nso mra ye yere no nso moka ho say won say afia so afia no mere bia so ndi ukunu afi wabo modene nkura no ibi omo dos kra ndi omo ntaade ni bia kama no ebetimi aye say sika ho na ebetimi asiesie mofra na that is good but so better ta ukunu ontenka brunya se wotena fi na na ye kana wawre mu nsem dwumadie se ye kunu no ntena fi Dr. Nsiano pa mechiawo ye kunu no ntena fi nanso once ye better ta omo PC afi omo ntena fi because once was won tontoma ebi nso ntoma kura wato bia ma dada nti bi kopa menu aba ye yere no mo na se ayade a afibia no ye hwehwem no kire se ngofo bebre mfa ayi no ahoden foforo nwura ya foforo because of saa yade se na me hwese obi ba bedi mi bronya and I am dim brunya.
And you do a be a hopelessness. So hope be any hope.
Yes.
And that's all. Maybe be a
Wakusiati and Crawford pass a few.
Oh, and it
on the brunya, the other and young for source of Behenesa. But says, so we are to me church and as a video.
And that's the Obon and director.
So, yes, also be all crowd or has a will be a fan of P. Once a lady via your ear and so on. Okay. Was a book 24, 25. Na interesting. Enti adofo nyame ayadom 2023 radia yibi. Onti yeme aseda noso. On yentrafie wo program bi abekọ. But entata ankrofo.
So demand na.
Yes, wo tata ankrofo se mbronya ade mbronya. Na wo no, so yesa wo ma.
Na yenhwe me social media so trending. Titru me man dodo no I said this season a prayer you woman don't propose to any woman. Men ko kan obi say open. Eso bia nipa no ka wo approach no ka obeya wo yere ana bi bisa.
Yeah.
Obi o mo doje man no. Say bia e ba responsibility. Onya ko ka say pe ye je bronya ade nipa no. O ka say bronya ade na say be ne say wo so man bronya ade.
Yeah, sometimes on say na him ona social media no you create na boy nyina na ubusa na sadia on say me feel say as matter of principle our record you have to marry your friend in view of that it is such an occasion so we be na de ma odofo na on wonye obi a wasi gina so person one but oka
family
nkrofo ho a ebia obetimi aware no entinka ebere we kura de say o kire wani so ye free be unsolicited favor unsolicited showing of gift on say eno na genuine okay kan Romans chapter 12 verse 9 was let your love be sincere so enti on say why wadam funti wo you see relationship na you see na be ya say dey say won obi kwa auto na abe burden some no and just na ese nkeye we nyina ye namfo out of that na ebi bi aware what you say etinka brewe mu no and me nua ma no kra me ma clear brewe obi a wo say o intentions o person be ware na wa ntimi an appreciate wa dwene ho bio and na nye on say ye mutua on so bema on so ba na wo hwe mu so pese o ware no on so appreciate Christmas dwene ho bio that just ono no we need a grateful attitude no on there a period ya generally a child ye your child ye de nyame ase
o definition of gift no see dem obi no enen matiase
yeah
na me say wo hwe se wo do obi aya ma na wo che na de a eye wage eye kwa wages eye kwa wages na salary
enya kindness no
no tua ne ka wo adwuma why no
yes
eye payment na wo dey
of course on say institutional arrangement there on say afiasun se hwe ani mu se yewuranom yadwumawuranom be ma yakokosika mo kakra be say once again e be cry bonuses as part of institutional arrangement yeah papa but bia wo hwe ani mu se wadwumawura beto na ntwiama on say na say expectation no aye on chese abroso so won to na ntwie no nkuma ye nyina dia so
ba ko na individually
yes enti ya de ha dwene ya papa asofo no nyina won say ye behwe ni mu se nsorba no e ba be ya adoye but ye nsusu expected do na yenti asese de wo don sem na odema
na ye hu sem
ba sa wo ye sofo won say wo mompa ye kora ye crossover wo mompa ye ma nsorba na say wo mom bitimi atua bebre wo na be use wo as a point of contact say me bo PCD the munyina crossover because of say wona to be tua dodo yenya ne sa relatively no the nipa no wono and yes what they appreciate you ni kwa se kwaye wo hye basa inshira enim enti yanhwe your expectation here so that stress that will cause pressure on us na emma so they say hwamodi emma especially disappointment in the papa wana hwe animu say ye nkrofo wa ama no ne no nyina on say on beba e bi twetwere o twetwere say we beba at least we grab them 50 euros
we beba say e di free no ma
so hono ya sa esa on say
e di nasi ya
beba on say wanya yaw e woni pa no sa am expect say ubedi me bronya pese ma men san kan de say so say on say ye no ma by the grace of God nya obi kura wo bi nko a ya de ese o hyeda aye oh ba bia wote ne orphanages ahodo braso on say you free baby so the principle of so say you must be intentional helping strangers. The S is strangers. Oh no, orphans. And at W no widows. So yes, oh shada.
Mose or more, you know.
Ye we are rough from now. No, any your expectation should be to give more.
Yeah.
Because giving is better than receiving. Giving is better than yes, receiving. And in life, no, you see. I don't from 2024. Be feeling na.
Make us say cancer nto wagigi amane san watata. Wagigi sa nyade a odi bi acho.
O se nyame den hyehyeye ni nyina so ahodo na ye wiase a ese esua se be full beboa ama ya ye nhyira bibi te say on say in life no your standard of living clearly depends on your standard of giving. I repeat, your standard of living also depends on your standard of giving. Said ye usi bob brane fa no ejina said ye usi ma
emaso
nti ya ye nhwe enkrofo a said omu obi nko a so omu mehira ye so on say omu obi nko sometimes ya na pc omu expect bibi sonko bia obu okra mamnchia mi fiura JK Ajima Chelsea House on say Chelsea House support Chelsea sometimes bibi blue on then the for my grace which and then manager Royal Andrew Osepoku Kofuboku mchiao so enti wo hwe ebia say yewura adman ye ne ma ye doso ma mi o expect say councilor me ba be chief ne bi sonko bia but ebia enhira bi ebia wo betimi monitor de wo bibi simple so na wo de akoye na ye but say bia wo koto kenti pc bia zo koto kenti ama wo capacity na it is good. But also, this period do not be burdened. Also, manage a basa distress, a basa. Yes, ma won't me anyway. I finish 2024 and until and you buy.
Yeah, that's very, 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 very interesting. Yeah, that's it. That's for Councillor Collins Bones with the aficionado. Wabepa Councillor that's ti for viewers no so big maron pharmacy ne diaba wunya bia e bebo wo ye oba lactic acid wo mu a esiesie honom pa anda kano kama 0249 67 45 63 0249 93 0805 Kema disposables bring your over drink your wine glass ni na your disposable wine glass papa bi toffee bowl your disposable bowls, disposable plate, disposable spoons, kama na your thank you bags, paper containers, hamper wrappers. Na the adija warrior fe. Hey, bag if you kwa jawari, no na mama bigum. Unya biwa baby, and your common gra mop, dustbins, any brushes or party caps, and no money kama. Waiting every to be cry. Kumasi dum, ye Oyerepa FM a chihonomoa, ye ben SD Karan dino. At your fellow 053 634 7344 053 634 7344 053 634 7344 Councillor
yeko de na me kase me mo bi afihia pa bio adofo no onyame de twafi na ye bewie ni ye wai enti e ma bibia enhye wo so de nukrama ho di nukrama afoforo na titi di nukrama erade ya wo yaje nkwana ma ewuni na fa Kristo na enema be my number is 0244 967 965 0244 967 Dr. Messi audience or the number he's a fantastic man and faith nyamishra omunyina nyamishra biblia or the perfect you see everything going on fantastic. 2024 will be a year of breakthrough and great accomplishment.
Yeah, that's it. Pastor the councillor can, you know. Yes, I want on for so a woman. Or some people, so I've tasted and see. Say yes, we are Janquano. Now, didn't cheer. Feeling now more kada. Muchas gracias, Yabaraka Jamala La Pena Mia Catandra. If you jam, you will adorn to pause, yes, also, to pause, young fat, to pause, pam. obrigado, aloha mahalo, big up still fi all militant. Yedamu ina amase. Kwesi Parker Wilson, the OBT agenda eba.
Right, it was for this year. This year, dear, say go fi kirata ne samini kano. Bibia be koi. O see this year dear, one person wa no be why. The kind of person to abeto. If you never so say see. This year be koi yama. So 2024 dear, mo share no so say be koi yamo bia. Wanka amen. It was a for we now come be I have Oyerepa TV, of course. You be do a OBT agenda. So the case here and come back here and the PhD for Ghana to say any health and lifestyle segment, you know, on the show. Meeting at the Kwesi Parker Wilson. I know, and there a big day at the Mama Kwakotoba, the Mama assemblymen and the assemblywomen, and the unit committee chairman. Yeah, in fact, ever call rounds kakra na 18 year kokos. But just before that, my lovely ever dapper super girl baby. Why not pay? When the man finds I don't see me free bar. I just say Tony Cycling Property Electronics they have pay. Rich love. Ewa and not pay and Miami bra sapon so ewa. Sapon kwa.
Joso.
Na bia wo dia.
Ami announce e.
Ah me hoya pa. Sem ka send the zua send one na.
Yeah, send the akwa ba.
Ah, send the zua send the zua akwa ba. Akwa ba. Ah.
Naji, madam.
Aha, madam.
Tu beka ko lafia.
Kwa lafia.
Ah, c'est na mangasa lafia lo.
Lafia oh, and
it's saying.
Oh, enemy lafia lo to, lafia lo. Ah, enemy. Which love next day.
Lafia do that way.
Oh, your father, oh. You did boy your prominent that's possible, but just before my name, your rich love everything common no. I mean, cast a rich love of free Tony Sack, but of course, your boy a property electronics hotel fridges. I mean, all kinds of fridges. Your boy hotel. But just before you come on, you share video way. You are not free. There will be an account once.
Afishapo, afishiapa, afio, afi. Merry Christmas and a happy, prosperous New Year to you. Me Didi Diana Hamilton, and today I come your way in the stead in a Mijina Property Electronics and I may back catch you say, Bronya dear. Property bronya dear mreno aso for 10 to 50% off any a day mount. And so enter every property electronic shop and grab yourself say a fridge, say a tabletop, say a chest freezer. One chest freezer na 2,300 and ne 2,600. Just say send your name no swaba from no ye so ama aya for no. You need to enter a property electronic shop and grab yourself a property product, say a fridge, say a freezer, say a TV, say a iron, say a blender, say a rice cookers, air conditioners. Grab yourself one. Nakachi almost said Diana Hamilton said, "Membrana matter so 10 to 50% off." So man can say frame. If you wire there say property form, ye so any day ma obi ase ye fanko di bronya. And say bronya dey ye di ase di bio. Unimu say ye air conditioners need the top quality. Say your washing machine ye were top loading, ye were front loading, ye were semi automatic, ye were fully automatic. Me say washer dryers. Me nyina bi wo ho. And so enter a property electronics shop and grab yourself one. Na bro nye ni nani jemu, eni asumdwemu, eni odomu, sani yeka no property die to papa preko because oto a eye japade a wato a esi ho afebo se fridge FAE, a adwuma ye, say air conditioner, and train them can akase, and so a coolie with their mama, sana fridge, and also a coolie with their mama, come. Your food stays as it is in good condition, and say we're doing a freezing a kama, excellent a kama, just say. You need one. You need one in your kitchen. It's beautiful to look at. It's efficient to work with. It's money efficient. It's energy efficient. Listen, what have you got to lose? This is Property Electronics, and my name is Diana Hamilton. God bless.
Of course, my name is Kwesi Parker Wilson. God bless too. It's Diana Hamilton. Rich love.
I don't say Ohima Kanina promotion is started 1st December.
Right.
This week by Friday, because say you say Brunya.
Oh, Friday way.
The work what done will be so say could do Brunya. My thief after 4 my customers in Merry Christmas. So you CEO, Mr. Tony Afuapa. Yama afishiapa na me show and it's na oni yet nyame hwa pa ono ama de ebedie your manager so Mr. Yeboa Mr. Steven Yeboa nyame hwa pa ye say yenya Christopher anka say no mu ye adwuma like nyame somfo papa di papa na yenyo mo ye adwuma enti Mr. Yeboa nyame hwa wa ye ni so de ye ma ye nyina nyame hwa your manager nyame hwa enti say na ye ka no 26 ni property electronics workers nyina appear say wa Alicia Junior Collins Ebenezer Obia warehouse for Simon Nelson Obia nyame hwa mo this year mama year na you very successful and very productive nyame hwa mo nyina na say na ohema ka no promotion ni gu so afre de bekwa wi anso nipa bebreye promotion but one show ya obi de kwa beda ni watenchena what you say because this time no bia hu so bia desperate pa de eti obi oba kwutwa nneoma bia beguma wo beto na wo bedru fie no acha 1 month na don say guti boy mewu de na makoto ide na makoto emo bi na da yes brabet original from property ya ni original source no bra na beto enkoto bibia wo baby fufuro bia afi kwa we are giving the best at very affordable prices it say ena obi a wababa beto nyoma ni bia hum say ye nyoma ne de edamu sonko ni ba say na beto ade wo mo no mo be ka say even after so you using for some time unya problem a ye ma won pejama won fa ntoka mu technicians drive baby a wo bia this all within Kumasi you drive it to baby a oh ya ba be see the the comfort of your home any person na ye nko a property electronics ye wo dey now dey asem afini kwa wie ye emo obi mfa bibifu bia enkodada wo na afini betwamu no na wo baba besu enti say no asampa wo 8 a property promotion donya dey promotion ekoso pa anti by this week ending of this week dear say ye kwa kodi bronyan na say ye de kwa kogu enti no mama ima akabi na ye bia ye de locations ne telephone numbers
no ya tudwa sabe be ima yankwe
na godi baba dan wa ye musulmai na gasuwa yankuri kubani hanya yin firade ku firan batun property electronics woni kaya muke da shi muna da TVs kowane inches muna da wani 32 42 43 50 55 70 kowane inches muna da 4K TVs Android TVs smart TVs kizo mubaki wani muna da fridges wani size muke da shi muna da tabletop single door tabletop double door chest freezer double door chest freezers kowane liters muna da wani ajiya kana so ke bude cold store kizo mun samu money baki kana so ke provision shop kana so display fridge ajiya kizo mun samu money baki sin gin samu money gato kana so table top ki aje baba abokina dan waye kuzo muna da wani damu baki alhaji mma we yaran na sun yi jawa wanki danun na mma ya gaji alhaji yankuri sai mai washing machine muna da 7 kg 11 kg 12 kg alhaji sai man ma wani ya futa mutanyesu mata na sun gaji muna da air condition farko na sai na sai masu kudi ke use air condition yanzu dai Tony Sack property electronics we ba ka yake ba masu kudi ke sai air condition ba ba yake ba kowa ya sai wani because namunna they jan light and think ania ina da sada kuma ina sam ina sada sam kowa ya sai condition yanzu dai property we ba masu kudin ke sai condition ba alhaji ajiya baba malam kowa yazo ya samu nashi muna da microwaves blenders iron kowa appliances kina so wani dai kizo property electronics aka ce property electronics sai kice sai mai kyau gaba da ya
sai mai kyau gaba da ya
nagode baba
san lafiya
take crowd say nye iskafon kwa na so air conditioner
o kan say
ai and o kan
ya o kan say
but one kawo say some be asembo a wote baton
o kan say o kan say
o say nye iskafon kwa na so air conditioner property electronics e person e che wo say we get me to every say and chickania
o kan say
some
o kan say
and run o kan ya
e was a fire go
locations yawo Kumase SD Karam building Oyerepa building here Alpha Triangle wa hanu ma hoye Tonisac Enterprise Tonisac Electronics honum to ubenya property no mani nyina bi TVs microwaves washing machine bi bia test freezers ubenya bibia e honum ene ye wo Sokoba Empire station ofa echiha Pioneer building no Pioneer building in the next building opposite New Melcom e on se wo tu Kumase we 0244 1192 36 0244 119236 and that's 0204 292424 Sunyane your Coco board runabout a travel and tour bus terminal opposite one ma Rex Juan Sunyane number says 0273 260606 0273 260606 Mane Junction Accra Specters why your Church of Pentecost in Cheonoma and also over 0500309309 but your number some media to a retail ni wholesale na momu ye wholesaler over 0508 108337 0508 property electronics yes to papa preco na wonto nya sika fo nko a
and you so which laugh medase ima medase e buja for Friday and no more point no munya ntena munko
this year you've been very
active well you are welcome amen
I mean for your reception of it
your team nyina say ya da wase say ya da mas
afisha panso
afentu ya da musa for Tony Safo na mama fisha pa it with la be da say you be da say na ebusa for be greedy of course I will say your charges here you call the various election centers because and Tuesday morning, the 19th of December 2023, about 66,257 candidates and they contested in this election. 66,257 across the 216 MMD districts of the country. Now, Ushoma Electoral Commission, why are ready? And they said American and me who vehicles and HSA on my radio on deploy men to the various centers. Now statistics from the buyer obviously the candidates will contest across the year 6,215 electoral areas. It's in 6,215 electoral areas and I bet two across the 216 metropolitan, municipal and district assemblies. Munishane to say 66,257 and air contested. But of course, the Kahumana so na fe yene your reporters ne be heading come information and sakare say we call a year atwuma and will be just south for example. Abatono no the suspended abatono ewo ho na Reverend Kechre Kwame appear assemblyman hopeful ewo no be electoral area that is Achuma Ngobieja South or Homano so Reverend Akwa no pay na bisa bibia boko there
said that nyaboko sa minia
Reverend which na na dey na ekoso
me da city me aspiring assembly member for maybe electoral area and I'm a former assembly member for Nubini electoral area.
Right.
24 years ago, and I'm on for Tuabama me, Namakosum few mochi. If you don't stay in the movie, now once that we said to my people, that's what the mother do. It's in the general will be a major pain, and we say, now, whatever mammy will be about so no, I'm a so, at your man of Meja. Include and soon as and then they be in one.
Adding.
The woman ran and said, and few nanny and about to commission, and my year to obey ye, mention, my city of four. Now you know, some fear may be a twaba, and see a brand house of you, say a twaba. About to commission, may be encountered as in but to him. I feel what the info about Montana. And what she whatever apa the Monte platform. The yes about the job. What say and never in a year for
right.
And upon the room 5 a.m. and a young crackle. I abato no emaso unu aye ye adem me nyina no say unit committee for enka dan timi amedu assemblyman for ne de yenka timi be blue kumatio institute ho nembom committee for the amedu enam unit committee for the na amedu nti abato no emaso
it's assemblyman for the ne de mo de na ba bedu
assemblyman for the no omo tell assemblyman for the there omo tell apprent every kind abedu nembom unit committee for the amaso antini ama
it's enu nti na ye ma abato no embaso na na asese
enu entia
we information na electoral commission in penny for catcher and I say we yan comma air koso
information electoral commissioner returning officer you can come owo atuma nwabieja odi amaye no.
I see. It's how do you feel about it? I mean,
very pathetic, very sad, very, very disappointing. And you don't get it. Now, the air you say that to about excellent. Personally, me coming with you. I met my polling agent, about 30 people. Motivated them yesterday.
Now, what kind of motivation? I say, what kind of motivation?
You have to. You have to.
Okay.
Yes, I said, when I got to number one, when the Juma now go on quarter on Habanama from an open to
they say, a beautiful say, young to a yentia, Ambassoa. I'm first canambra, and there be for nom de abana ntisa.
No, na abiane so e. Abiane so e ni abiane.
Me too.
Na underground also just an assemblyman about me who craft up presidential and parliamentary.
I see.
I'm telling you the truth. So another don't go for Dujina, so Papa or Obakruma. President to be an parliamentary candidate to be for Obakruma. Who assembly member who community name. What also Papa and then you probably transfer you say assembly honor says you come home said you be no fan wake up you will sika and away then near a binum so be a omu to sika go and yanum na ye ni bi no bre papa
me bow it was okay say vote buying our assembly elections mu.
Yes sir who do back at us then could be a liar. I am a broadcast journalist who you say me Antoni Kasepa me ni atro.
Oh, okay.
I'm a broadcast journalist. Can't check on me up here. Who be able to me in Century? And that is what is happening. They took a first place when I can't just 2 hours to start the election. 2 hours to go to the booth. Now electoral committee of Africa to about to Nama. So as I speak to you, many will say electoral areas, you know. Police say she will because we are crowd. Network in England. The team for Mama Nia, who chance yet the Adaka Bami Atwaba. I say, you're for Mama Nia. Namina, Master Bakupe.
Me too.
About your commission. I buy a minute. I buy you. I buy an Anka. One also made up on Tina Cancer Ghana Posse when she can have Unyabo.
Nyabucho, what say abanyu edi?
Sack EC commissioner.
Woka Jimensa.
We can't abayin say government should start the EC and then blame himself. You see, I'm a cat with a minute. Society will ever pursue presidential and parliamentary in Michigan. I have said I took a job in Jan Tokabana. 2 unit committee and assembly members. It can happen to the parliamentary and the presidential election. If the EC is tired, on cancer Ghana Force, I am tired. On cancer Ghana Force, I am tired. With fears, I mean, say, we will somehow wabre. wayebi common assembly election what do you mean one day we are able to talk is this also going to repeat itself in general election?
Right, obviously no nya akosi se na utremu no ebenya financial implications ewo muso sisi aden na mobeye
again we are happy the order who kwate ma yen kwa o sign anyway I said the work group person in India dampawo so electoral commission and the IPAC should set up now almost the IPAC and so that you been called parliamentary and presidential election near SCO unit committee and assembly elections IPAC government and electoral commission should set up almost not almost so that you been called the basic presidential and parliamentary because it is going to happen.
For now, we don't know about it. But
commission postponed election about 1 week ago. I can hire. But 2 hours to the and you are telling me Sabano Amaso. And up to now, so what you mean Kada Ebeba?
Yeah, because I was going to ask you, say, Oma communicated to you at that unit committee members on a ballot papers and Eba.
To me, Yako lecturer office, one of my casa. Personally, I'm a journalist, so I have their contact. You see, I'm a fair boss.
Yeah.
And carry, and you told me point blank. If you also your alcohol, apparently be alcohol, what they said, me tell. They are clear near the it don't mean that a net and answer. And they are getting an answer. Oh, yeah, I did a free national MR region. Now, free region.
About a electoral area.
And some electoral area. That's again, I have read the crowd on Kenya. You go to me the aeroplane and apply a state fund or my ticker. You come on with the agro. It's again, I have read one Kenya. More for aeroplane, find them supply. And what is certain with immediate effect. But the truth is, they're plenty at the end.
Well, these are speculations. Any allegations are we are speculations. It's me and Komisa, but then, how are they feeling? What are they saying? But
frustrated. I'm for both. We can't do about the tea of each we can't do a chimney be him on channel so Saturday as I said will be you. Obilanka or 2 coin and Nura, Abainti, one will die. Obilanko or a Juma and ne, Abainti, or Casa Onko, or Obebuadane. Maybe I should film because the cassette of what you do with me. Or should there be a Kotoba Mema? And you know, there are more people for. Or ever know how they didn't chop money and also bearing. And about to fall on the voters are very frustrated, very disappointed, and then very annoyed.
I see.
And as I speak to you, some of the aspirants, crowd or police station carrier, or my electoral office, or I'm a no maybe but Sabasebia Kosograma Yachidiatun.
Oh, so I didn't see it.
Oh, yes.
Didn't see it.
Yachidi Panas, Ekobisa electoral commission. Now, my cousin said to be a woman to me and control and temper. And she normally be apostle. Information and say, actually one of the aspirants, one of the unit committee aspirants, and one other guy I want to put a company. Nekoba say, you know, and you're
I see. I said the law must work in case that's a best here. The law there must work.
I perfectly agree with you.
Right. Okay, Matikechi, Medasi, who in 30 seconds. Then I'll catch a Ghana phone in 30 seconds.
We catch about 1 ahodo abato na nkoso nyina so bia nya abotre nya PRO emma isi
right
na the mechanic say 2027 kura no se beto abana ye beto
okay mate
abato komita enkite ni se e de ne beba na nebe ni fo ana metuma ka bia ti o mu se mesere wo mu obi akoma mera fom
but that reminds me KJ just a quick one KJ just a quick one all right okay but KJ what you mean hello yeah KJ what you mean just a quick one about to your mobile tree of course mumunyan to be there you name a dam but then Matis what to say electoral commission say indelible ink no omo use biem e about to mo we are aspirant we are there monijo
media I am a type of change the type of century
okay
say about to commission say ene ya education then we ma e ko timamufo adwin ansa na all yes adie we have NCC kasa sa okwa did they do that adi a won fa mada na wo de ba be chemo want ma mo bia ma ne ofisi ya se metu mebo na yi din kene ku ho no mo tabi omi a onni ba ka say any a ho be metu ma tu mi no maybe the start put me into you because of biometric machine no inti ni wo kra o try so betu twice ya betu but obi a onni so we ni pa dunya bina wa emu wotwe abaka cho ta inki no wo pe emu wotwe enni ni american ebi amede me yan Antoni na me kwa kenkan na so do ntia be ketekete bi nti ene bi ama me ka we na de onni mu kura so enti dalbu inki no sa no office obe yefu wa why didn't he inform us many am so we chat we say yan aspirant to cry ye jamia to abama yini ye nim pa do cry to abama yo e electoral area
munni the register no wow
I don't even have a copy
wow
ubenya I did not copy party go be ho say the MPP and MPP omu delegacy atina abato no open na wakoje online no abato ka say ho
I see. So finally, indelible inkna easy a fro no according to you there hardly. Oh, Reverend. Oh, catch intimate now, man. So never in there. Sometimes I network here challenges kakra. There are problem work kakra. But then, of course, in fact, Reverend Keche Kwame Apia say the one day the reason it's your Montoaban is because unit committee members on my ballot paper on the ballot paper no. Now better so no. I don't know amma. As I remember for the number there. But unit committee for the number and into the easy say about Tono Emma so and then in never hear a war at Chuma will be just South constituency. A wonder war according to the East in Penny for no about Tona I want to bring a yamba so because it said unit committee members no and as an aspirant no omo dinner for unit committee membership no omo ballot papers no in yamba. We'll try and get the electoral commission on this one. The better say in Sabe Kano na afe omayenchemu as to why ye kwa kotwa but imagine say ye kwa kotwa baby 2024 na ye see constituency B MPs no omo we number omo ballot paper amba just imagine and I got to elect ye got to 2024 ye see presidential ballot paper no for constituency B omo di amba imagine ye try to get a year electoral commission afe it's you know as to why unit committee members for the no enyanko yeah but your reporter Godfred ewa homano so ono ewa dankwame Godfred akwaba right now Godfred he now jina se sia electoral year be na wo then e koso ho
Paka, young man himself about to say an operating card, more than Kwame. I have my proper Yabnabo. If you say, almost say, how much Munyan and say, this is the amount a day. It's an Kwame police station, 8, electric 8, and now they are about to on the cost. Binkatema, be a buy news. Oh, I didn't know. How much your man is it? I just saw your platform to say. Abano committee for maintenance unit committee. Me kwa me no ba me wo. Tell me how I say. What say ye dey people na. Hey, I dey asem na see. I dey asem na see. Me ade ya de. Me ade ya to one me be me anko for. Wo ba ya say wo ba da je wo ko asiba. Ya say wo ba da je me na be me yi se ku yen. Say ya to ba no. Ya to ba na da na bra ko ha. Ani abra wo ne ka ko. Eti yi to ka bi bi tray. O ka bi bi na ba bia ko to wo de ada kwa me kwa de ya anto. O ka bi bi tray pa ni ani abra me aboka. Okay, okay. Good morning. Yes, sir. And all but one also your son. Me ba to me your son. O no jump for there. Just for something. And you message me yan. But the matter was the family calling. I'm saying there around there 5. And return officer or in constituency one electoral area. At news biaba. The one about to enya maso and I'm committee for and
the person should stop the
how much is telling me no money to my if then you say on share now you give money say ban say into go back the baby see am for that na that's the best one
into my sweet best say say omo e na
o from Gaza open good morning
director
na o beto na so we aspirant
Kwesi pa
na o pede
assemblyman I'm say how much me me phone na me say returning officer wa no I record the abeto group ni me say I in maso ti ma me san frɛ no ne kasa no so we ntimi maso na committee for the na ntimi amba but assembly ne de aba but asa committee de na amani de na so ma ntimi ento aba na ene o say nipa no assembly aba na bedru ba bi na ne to no kra wo form but ye ne nipa ni bebere akasa ma o ma gya tum so mbeto aba no ete ko yese ya o say na afi asan twene ma asensen ya boboboboka because o hwe ne ma de wa yesi din ma gugu akwan ma yenim say ne na dwumadie ne baso agent voice say o nyina ye nnuane asisi o machi a eno ne de be serve o mo ne ade a so so bu o so pe kakra ma no because be ko adwuma no ase ne mle o ni nyina de kai den aba o ti ye be say yisi no ene be do na koso a ye krumu ha ne ye ya na mwa yen to mumwa na nyeme bo no mama bi mva ntoto na akwam se de bibia be ye kama don ona bo assembly man incoming assembly man pop.
Okay, father morning.
Good morning.
Na also beto aba na o pribi
mesme pre assembly man na Efram Kwabena Duafo na anopai ye on na returning officer no e beto platform so say abato no entime maso abuza za identity na abato no entime maso did ya can say assembly members no dey ya ballot papers no I ready
and no dey o maka enti after some nya voice note no matimi watimi amase ne dinkita ho bi manya nkomo bi adi
ofra me e ma me busa no said the entire day no entimi amaso e ma o kan ni nyina kire me sese no afa na wom no atwen na nura akra no wom ana na after sorting the papers no mu hu say e bi ama entino the amanity entimi to aba no ene na mom no wom guso atwen so metma print paper no abade a
okay na papa morning na obeto aba
me ba ya si about 20 people ni bi ama ene pa so de meja madwuma ho eti aba no ye nya to ne ne me ntu biem
oh
ya aba de ye ntu adankwa me aba de ye ntu biem fi se na wo hwe kwa wa ka ye adwuma nyina nya ni pamfa enipa bebre wa adankwa me o ma anko adwuma e ni pa bebre anko adwuma ya gya adwuma se aba abeto aba abato na nya amaso de adanko ame ade yisi o hwan mo bi afa pipa ne ma na aba ne yento
okay oba pa o se dey
ya se enwuma ne atena fie o obi assignment yento aba ne bi mi atona na yento bi ko se go ba se ya tena fie se ne yento aba o aba yento bi aba ne atona na ne pa wa yento bi
edi paka that sanet ye o hwe mahanu ma ye ba no pa no omo se center na e wa ne A and B ye hu se security ya oba be mine say security bit my one or hanum by easy phone na entimi amfa ina ma eni pa na omo kromi ane na omo hwe ni so betimi aba beto aba aspirants do one na na no mo kasa omo che say omo nya message no on a WhatsApp platform and no cry it was just a voice note and easy penny or important no at the two platforms say unit committee for only be papers no ebi ama enti omo gusua hwe say bia people betimi assorting out but residents they agitated to the extent say omo say omo and onkoyese omo kokoye omo adwuma assembly members and omo adofo omo prebi nyina omo gina honom say omo nko adwuma omo ba beto amomo ene ni entimi aba so opani bi ba opani e dey na oba se wo mu nan
wasam pa chopo to me ajanka me ma me cry wo se fridge ma de me die cry de me ni obi a wo bo me asem se me didi me so am cry pa me so me pra nko for store anim me didi bra because me de me just ko tete si de so asome bra about 20 manko obi aso yen asem bi anka nkyere me sese nyaza ko madani jimi fo ni am sese be kama ya e de na to fom so mfedie e ba sa de ntwe yi etu aba se ba to me mento e na me busu afo nyina ko me control me na kwa ma nento aba no no bi ampen ba bi nta because o mo de abedra fo ayen kwa akomu so fom esi mpon ka bibi nkyere ko pa opa ni akwa me janka ma me fridge mu die and man ko press ni me ni de be ga me kwa ko didi o mo se dubla ti account
okay ene opani we gas opani how so do say
na pay me sorry na me ti sa bana ya beto no o se nya ma so na me se me so me kwa ejuma me ye ejuma obantuma e ho na me ye ejuma me nya didi na anope me sorry ya meja madaje me beto aba me ba ya wo se abato na masunta me abato ne de me ntu bi afi so mo se dum light no kura wo bo so no ye bo hu se e bia bibi ni wo ba na so me ya ate no ye nyina wa na so manyanti ye begina afi de wo se abato ne ya masunti me de abato ne de atina me ko meduma tam no so no wakase wo boto aba de me de me ntu mo ko meduma na ma pe di
enti paka said ye omo kan no omo concern ne say nka e bi kura na asate no na easy empefo asha ase de materials ne call baby no na o say ke bi omo yi omo asutire e kuro me omo information center bu ana ko metina so ennan so na nka omo hu say bia enkoso ahomachi and aspirant no call platform so a omko hu say voice note no da so and ansana anipade do ma we pimu aso mbeto no omo ka cho munti o say isi mpanifo ewo asante mantam ne constituency aba abonteneja ombeka bibichi adehye omo adankwa ame se be ya omakoma beto me na omahu da ombehye abato na se e wa hanom paka
see say ultimate the report to them on the bo free adankwa media my and it's very pathetic say amafa sorry no pa we were trying to get electoral commission pending for no whether the region or even national. Now, we share the frontier. Unity committee members, no, or ballot papers, no, because it's quite surprising. So, I'm kind assuming say, Okotwaba 2024 election, let's say constituency B, and now, your police stations, you know, within the constituency, certain police stations we are presidential ballot paper number. How would you feel? Obviously, a bit very frustrating. It was easy, you know, on my explanation, but. They say they won't go and vote again, so that is what it is. In terms of we our special coverage of assembly elections across the country. About 66,000 candidates and are contested. Various electoral areas and normal contested for this election. It's say any other information there, of course, at the bro, now all the update, but. Andra, I started a story about a company bia omunya juma bia Ghana, but however, a bino etiomoka 100 million annually. I mean 100 million Ghana cedi annually. Now we check here, your mom 24 million every month for no work done. We a investigation of Manasseh Azuya winning, and then call for the fourth estate a buyer. It's quite interesting. Now, I'm watch a video. The movie we are. I'll just break it down just about 5 minutes. Nothing. You may come about corruption. What the Akua administration way? A year corruption. What makes me it was here because the finance ministry and the finance minister kind of react. The GRE boss and the SML Strategic Mobilization Company Limited. Omo and a cabo match. I say they are doing Kananabi to steal the Ghanaian people. There was a promotion video when we are. I break it down for you. Now here's some conversation around it.
In the Greater Accra region, officials of Strategic Mobilization Ghana Limited explained their services to the 4th Estate News team.
We have transistors which are engulfed in the ultrasonic clampons or the real sets.
The company tried to convince our news team of its wild claims that it had helped to save billions of Ghana cedis that would have been lost in the downstream petroleum sector but for its intervention. More importantly, it tried to justify why it receives payments worth millions of Ghana cedis from the government of Ghana through its contract with the Ghana Revenue Authority, GRA.
Currently, we are installing a tank gauging system.
By the end of our second day at SML Ghana, however, we were convinced that the company, with the help of Ghana's media, had made false and unsubstantiated claims and is paid millions of cedis in a deal that appears to lack value for money. A few hours after our meeting, some of the claims began to disappear from the company's website.
We were shocked at one point when government said they were bringing in SML to actually sit at the depot where the product is lifted. And in fact, that is where there isn't much problem. Because when the product is lifted, MPA is able to see how much product has been lifted through their tank gauging systems and also the metering systems at the depot. So that was never the problem. The problem really was how do you track it to where the tax is actually collected or is supposed to be collected for you to be able to make the money. So from day one, the importance of SML was questioned by all the industry players. You can talk to all the players in the sector and they will tell you that where SML is positioned, they cannot be doing revenue assurance for the state.
SML Ghana, like other private sector service providers, was engaged to curtail huge losses in the downstream petroleum sector. Some oil marketing companies, OMCs, which lifted petroleum products from the nation's depots, sold the products and refused to pay hundreds of millions of cedis of the tax, levies, and margins components on the petroleum products.
Some of these debts become quite heavy based on the OMC's liftings levels. So that's why some of these debts, and if the person is not stopped immediately from loading petroleum products, then it means he'll be accumulating as he goes on.
To stop the revenue losses, the National Petroleum Authority, NPA, and the GRA have instituted policy and technical measures with the help of third-party companies.
Now your system starts with the ERDMS, and then it is ended on the ICOMS. It brings about transparency.
Since 2018, regulators in the industry introduced the Enterprise Relational Database Management System, ERDMS. This platform has the NPA, GRA, bulk oil distributing companies, BDCs, and the OMCs on board to ensure transparency, facilitation, and the tracking of transactions. A company whose taxes are due has not paid is automatically locked out of the system and cannot lift petroleum products from anywhere in the country. Another way the OMCs use to shortchange the system and caused revenue losses was the diversion of products. The NPA, through third-party service providers, has introduced electronic tracking of every truck that loads petroleum products. Each truck is mandated to declare where it will discharge the product. If a product is discharged at a different location other than the filling station declared, it sends an alarm to the tracking command center at the NPA.
Once we are done and everything is checked and confirmed, the truck will now leave the depot. And when the truck leaves the depot, the command center takes over the monitoring of that particular truck. So if there is any attempt to siphon or to touch the product and all that, probably they would have to go through the electronic seal. Once they do that, an alert is being triggered to the command center, which is being picked up for further investigation.
That system is a live monitoring system. So instead of waiting for the crime to be committed before you come, we have now put in place a system whereby immediately we spot that somebody has stopped at a particular point to try to tamper with the seal or discharge. Efforts are made to get the nearest police station or some security service around the area to rush to the point.
Despite these measures to account for petroleum products lifted from the depots and the revenue losses that accrue to the state, there is the possibility of smuggled products finding their way into the market. To resolve this, the NPA has introduced the fuel marking system.
Fuel marking can be defined as the addition of a biochemical substance into the petroleum product. Now, this biochemical substance is added in trace quantities, very minute quantities, taking into context the quantity of petroleum product. And this biochemical substance gives the petroleum product a unique identity, like a fingerprint.
The ERGMS is linked to the GRA's electronic revenue mobilization system, ICOMS. This means every transaction that takes place can be traced and taxed. Together with the presence of GRA officials manning all the depots to ensure that every liter of product is accounted for, players in the industry say the system is robust enough to curtail the losses of the past.
The absence of the ERGMS at that time, where things were done manually and so on, were perhaps part of some of the regulatory challenges. But since that system was installed, a lot of that has been stemmed.
Without this electronic order, BRV cannot enter inside. And this information, when it comes from NPA portal, it is 100% correct.
And once you are able to track whatever is happening on the ERDMS to ICOMS, I mean, by and large, you have tracked all your volumes. And once you get the volumes right, you are likely to get the taxes also correct.
Despite the robustness of the system, the GRA has contracted a third-party company that is taking credit for all the gains made in the sector, making unsubstantiated claims of revenue savings and receiving millions of cedis for a service whose impact or relevance is difficult to ascertain. SML Ghana Limited started what it calls revenue assurance services to the GRA in the downstream petroleum sector in June 2020. The managing director of the company, Christian Tetesoti, says SML is an offshoot of a timber company he will not name. Mr. Soti was Ghana's Controller and Accountant General from 2005 to 2009 and currently a board member of the Internal Audit Agency. He was an Assistant Commissioner of the GRA, and as of 2019, the same time the GRA entered into the agreement with SML, he was the Technical Advisor, the Commissioner General of the GRA. The GRA is the only customer of SML since its establishment.
They didn't have any experience before they started doing this work. There were experienced companies around. There was no bid for this kind of transaction. And suddenly they have become the superior audit institution for the petroleum downstream sector that is getting all contracts. And you ask yourself, what does it take to actually get such contracts?
This is just by inference. Everything shows that
somebody was connected, somebody knew about the contract, set up a company, no history in IT, no history in audit, no history in forensics, no history in what we call revenue assurance in telecoms, none of it, and it is given this contract. Now, if I'm to ask my colleague who did that process, that when he was shortlisting to pick the company, what pre-qualification criteria did he establish? And what would have been his reason for choosing that? My next question will go to PPA. When the application came for approval, prior approval for single sourcing, what pre-qualification did they assess? What was the evaluation? What did the evaluation report say about the company and its capability to do the job? And on what basis was that approval given?
Mr. Soti left his job as the technical advisor of the GRA Commissioner General in 2019 to manage SML Ghana in 2020 when the company started its operations for the GRA. SML has its flow meters attached to the pipelines at the depots and records volumes of products that flow through the pipelines and give real-time records of activities at the depots. Players in the industry say real-time reading of loading at the depots means nothing because tax or revenue are not collected in real time. Besides, those figures by SML are not used by the revenue authorities to collect taxes or margins.
SML is being paid 5 pesos per liter for every product that is lifted from the depots. You do the simple math, that means they are paying in excess of about 20-21 million Ghana cedis every month, all right, for the work that they are doing. And that in itself is extremely questionable. What exactly is SML doing? What investment have they done to warrant the payment of such colossal amounts to them? The electronic seals that they have installed at the depots. If somebody wanted to give that contract and was minded about value for money, the first question that comes to mind is what investment is SML doing that actually warrants that they are paid over 20 million Ghana cedis every month. These electronic seals that they have, it's not going to cost you $1 million to procure. So why are they staying on by that one-time single investment and taking such colossal amounts of money from the state?
So we have our team also on field, and they are collecting that data. They scan it and it comes straight to our data center.
SML Ghana also scans the way bills that GRA officials at the depots receive for later references. Some sources within the GRA say the GRA officials can scan these documents if they are given the resources to do so. They do not need a third-party company to scan the documents they receive.
We are taking up the responsibility that GRA has to be able to do that revenue assurance and give it to private companies. Because what prevents GRA from doing that one-time investment of ensuring that they can track revenues, even if they want to have a concurrent tracking mechanism with NPA to be able to satisfy themselves?
SML Ghana also indicated that its contract has been extended to include measuring the volume of products in the tanks at the depots. Currently, GRA officials take measurement of the products in the tanks every morning and close of day.
Potentially, and I use potentially advisedly, we consider it duplicitous. However, we have agreed that we want to meet with them and understand the real rationale for which they also want to do an automatic tank gauging system. It doesn't matter if their automatic tank gauging system is supposed to gauge the tanks at the depots, whilst our system gauges the tanks at the filling stations.
Through these services, SMS claims that it has saved the nation billions of cedis of revenue that would have been lost through under-declaration and other anomalies in the downstream petroleum sector. Our investigation has, however, revealed that the company's claims are false and unsubstantiated. For instance, in a report released in April 2021, the company made the following claim to back its operations. Quote, "The leakages in this sector are due to diversion of petroleum products for re-export back to the domestic market and also under declaration of volumes lifted for the domestic market. The authorities have been grappling with this problem over this period because of the inadequate knowledge by the GRA officers to appreciate volume measurements. From our investigation, it emerged that the GRA officials understood the volume measurement more than the SML staff. The GRA said SML churned out erroneous figures when it included inter-depot transfers to the taxable volumes and used that to calculate revenues. Petroleum products from one depot to the other cannot be used for tax purposes because it is only taxed when the product is lifted from the depot and sold to the public for consumption." Also on the website of SML, it stated its services as follows. Quote, "The SML digitalization of downstream petroleum product measurement has stemmed the tide of underreporting, diversion, and dilution of fuel products and general non-compliance in the petroleum sector. Officials of the Petroleum Division of the GRA expressed shock when we put the listed services of SML to them. Before we started our interview with the Managing Director of SML, Christian Soti, the GRA officials present raised the claim and SML management denied stating anywhere that the company was providing those services. When we pointed the claims to them from the company's website, the managing director of the company said they were mistakenly put on the website.
Oh no, we are not involved with diversion. We are only at the depot. If the thing is lifted, we don't know. It's GRA person that will determine when to and they will follow us. We are not capable. We don't have men outside.
SML admitted its claims were false, and a few hours after our interview, those claims disappeared from the website of the company. The company does not check dilution, diversion, or underreporting, the three factors the company said accounted for revenue losses in the past. According to the GRA, the losses were recorded after the petroleum products were lifted from the depots. And SML does not play any role in the measures put in place by the regulators to curtail the losses at that stage. And if a company does not deal with any of the problems it said were responsible for the losses, how does it take credit for saving billions of cedis as a result of solving those problems?
If you ask me about what SML has been doing, or my take on the contracts that they have with the government of Ghana, it's essentially a plug-in into the revenue stream of the state, taking money for no job done, essentially, because what they're supposed to be doing is already being done, and I haven't seen any cause for them to be in that space.
SML Ghana claims its activities resulted in revenue increases, but the GRA has explained that revenue increment in the sector is due to two factors.
It's not only the volume increase that gives us increase of revenue. Sometimes within the period there are changes in rates. The tax is on specific, it's on volumes. So as the rate changes and the volumes also comes in more than what it used to be previous year, the revenue naturally will grow.
SML Ghana has admitted it does not add a liter of petroleum product to the volumes that go through the pipelines. The company can therefore not lay claims to the organic growth in the volumes of the product. The company does not also formulate the policies that increase tax rates on the products. The managing director, however, claims that the company takes credit for the incremental volumes in the industry because due to its oppression, those who had the intention to underdeclare volumes might be deterred.
Now that we have provided a second system, this one is for the GRA monitoring.
But in your monitoring, did you ever report or identify issues of underdeclaration?
No, we don't get into that. We are only reporting the volumes that have been lifted.
According to the GRA, however, even without the other electronic systems put in place, it would be almost impossible to lose petroleum products at the depots. A number of players with different roles and interests are present every time to police the product at every point, and without the GRA opening the valves, no depot or OMC can load petroleum products.
The depot has a reputation to protect, because if day in, day out, people get to know that products get missing at your place, they are in for business. People will not come and store their products there. So even when there are no systems, it is virtually impossible. And we haven't had any such case, ever since.
It is also important to note that although the GRA has contracted SML, the readings from the SML meters are not used by the GRA for its tax purposes.
It has been the way bill figure, which is meters, the volume that has been dispensed from the meters. That is the volume we use for tax purposes.
Which meters?
That is the gantry meters.
SML has confirmed to the Fourth Estate that the meters at the loading gantries of the depots, which are calibrated by the Ghana Standards Authority every 6 months, take more accurate readings than the meters of SML. These are the readings that are used for tax and revenue purposes, and not the readings by the SML meters.
From the engineering perspective, if you have contact meters and non-contact meters, which of these two is likely to give you a more accurate reading?
Okay, so the contact meters are always the best.
We also know that the depots, they have the contact meters.
Yes.
You've alluded to the fact that the contact meters
are the best.
So, if the SML meters are less accurate and their readings are not the ones used for tax purposes by the GRA, can SML claim credit for the revenue increment in the sector?
If you look at what NPA is doing tank gauging and also metering, it is even much more sophisticated than what SML is doing. On top of that, they also have tank tracking. They're able to track the volumes on every tank from the depot to the filling station. If all of that is not addressing the leakages that we do have, just having electronic seals at the depot wouldn't be a more effective way to ensure that revenue is actually generated from the downstream sector.
The Fourth Estate also confronted the managing director of SML with the figures the company churned out as savings it made because of its operations. First was the claim in April 2021 that SML saved the state 1 billion Ghana cedis due to its operations.
If you use the 2019 as a base,
yes,
yes, subtract this one, you will get 1 billion for 2020.
It's 800 million.
Okay, about 800 million. Okay.
The company started operations in 2020. From the revenue figures we obtained from the GRA, the difference in the total revenue from the downstream petroleum sector between 2019 and 2020 is 800 million cedis. If all the increment was attributed to the work of the company, it will still fall short of the 1 billion cedis it claimed to have saved. In February 2023, SML Ghana Limited again claimed that it had saved 3 billion cedis due to its operations. The company has admitted the services it listed on its website as curtailing irregularities in the sector did not exist and deleted them from the website. Even if SML was carrying out those services and all the incremental revenue within the period of its operations was credited to the company's efforts, the amount would be 2.4 billion cedis and not 3 billion cedis, as it claimed to have saved. When we put these figures to the managing director, he made a shocking admission.
That's why that 3 billion I'm not. That's why I told you from the beginning. I said I don't know about this 3 billion.
We cannot say your intervention saved 3 billion.
No, I said 3 billion. I'm not. I've told you that I'm not aware, because when we were told about the publication, we even called the.
As we speak this morning, still on your website.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. To be honest, I don't even know website matter.
Despite evidence that SML Ghana lied about the services it renders to the state and the amount of money it claimed to have saved, the finance minister, Ken Oforiatta, this year decided that the company's contract should be expanded to cover the gold mining sector and the upstream petroleum production sector in Ghana. A contract cited by the Fourth Estate shows that SML Ghana is entitled to $0.75 per barrel of oil produced in Ghana. Ghana currently produces between 160,000 and 170,000 barrels of oil per day. The country is expected to add an additional 80,000 barrels per day from the Pecan oil fields, which is expected to be developed a little over a year from now. The company is also entitled to 0.75% of the total volume of gold produced in the country. Ghana last year produced 3.7 million ounces of gold. What this means is that per current arrangement, SML Ghana is entitled or will be paid over $100 million every year. This contract is for 10 years. The Ministry of Finance, the GRA, are yet to respond to our right to information request on these contracts. The regulator of the upstream sector, the Petroleum Commission, has however said it knows nothing about this contract. The Petroleum Commission also says it has no report on leakages or loss of revenue in the upstream sector. The reason this company is employed or contracted to monitor.
Recently, Talo, installed new metering systems that were calibrated by the Standards Authority. Is Finance Ministry saying that those metering systems went wrong, or is that the feedback they got from the Standards Authority that the meters that are already in place have problems? That requires that we bring in SML to now be the one that can accurately monitor petroleum production.
When asked what his advice to the Commissioner General of the GRA on the SML contract would be if he was still the technical advisor, Mr. Soti said he could not answer.
That is not a question for me to answer. I'm not.
How do you charge for your services? Is it billed based on the quantity you check or the revenue made?
That is handled by another. If I'm only handling the operations, as to how charges and so on, I'm not privy to that one.
So you don't know how much GRA pays you for your services?
No, I have no idea. I have no idea.
SML Ghana is not the first third-party revenue assurance service provider whose operation has raised questions. In the telecommunications sector, the services of Suba Info Solutions and now Kelme GVG have raised concerns in the past for similar reasons as SML Ghana. Currently, the operations of Safaritech Ghana have been flagged and the controversy is still raging. SML Ghana has not been able to flag any anomaly or underreporting, diversion or dilution of petroleum products, but it is being credited for the gains made in curtailing losses in the sector. It appears these companies are brought in the name of revenue assurance to take credit for the work of GRA officials and take from the taxes collected after adding very little or nothing by way of revenue. Evans Eziamo Mensah, Akua Asieduaa Owusu and Manasseh Azure Awuni's report for the Fourth Estate.
Yaya mobo Ghana. It is Sikaso, or may you hear my Enam a memoir enquayetino. A come the
This country is in serious trouble, ladies and gentlemen. We are in serious trouble. We need to rescue this country, ladies and gentlemen. The presidency has been so depraved, so muddied, so dirtied, that I tell you in all sincerity as a Ghanaian, that I feel terribly sad today as a Ghanaian. We need to rescue this country. Wallah, inshallah.
Please don't cry.
We shall rescue our country.
I equally feel very terrible today as a Ghanaian. Feel very terrible today as a Ghanaian. And not a part of me come myself. And I'm answer the video no mommy. And I make video no mama. And very simple. Very, very simple. In just 2 minutes, let me break it down for you. There's a company for SML. SML no, Finance Minister Kenofrata, and I'm on a contract. The contract in the say, yeah, the fango bar, I say, yana tankers I can say no, could pay your fango no from Tema to various places. It's on the coffee station across board. Now, MP Frank Casano, Omu one she ya say, so we a car now, ube pay your fango na, Omunim do our fire, Omunim baby out the call, Omo tracking device cry, the boca no. Say the best, I can't catch a bakumasi. Na kind of copy Cape Coast, only number. And a finance minister Kenofrata. This another company about I find the SML to come and do almost the same job. Almost the same job. Now we show more. Na SML area and you na GRA4 agent so. GRA ni MP. Omo na chese omo yo medjuma secure bibio e form ntem. So the question is, SML for the government omo ye nothing. Busumi bia yitio mo 24 million Ghana cedis every month for no work done. Utie bembache for no work done. 24 million Ghana cedis every month. Now ya can say ya some another contract say omo come mining sector. Baby to go no. Afibia omo ko 75 million. I mean month omo ko 75 million from gold. Why? I'm say omedjuma say you say no services no. I'm services omedjuma no. Nothing. Those are the questions that you be sir.
You know,
there's no value for money. Exactly.
What I say. So we do around employ what? We need business.
Exactly. Akwa say tie adwuma. Na time akofa Frimpong. Say onu so mejina ha. Frimpong ye adwuma ni bo jana keke. O monitor jana keke. Ye na ye adwuma ni na busim bia ndi 24 million. 24 million. Abo ye hwe but adwuma no. Ye na ye adwuma no. Why? Okay, like a Japan kai. Also, before Kofobi, almost bomb money kono as if there's no tomorrow. Also, I'm from Ghana for as if there's no tomorrow. And this is an indication, say, I'm not from Ghana for as if there's no tomorrow. Why? I'm the phone line, no. What's it? Corruption. I go fado. On the kai. I'm the phone line, no. Now, join the conversation about 5 minutes when I wrap here because I cannot take it because
I mean, you know, Kwesi usha enyoma TV program say obi ho a paracetamol 10 cedis kronye sika no de
onye bi kranto
ni tipa ye ni bekuno paracetamol no bed syndrome ambulance we asay sa nyoma nyina ntimpadinfo ni ye tie nyoma tibia ya na I am seven about.
There's a call on the line. Hello, good morning.
Morning, pa.
Yes, sir.
Uni abema ba kope opesa de mlo te mo kwada so.
It's on the pay.
That's offer for me. If we feed some fancy model and come out, Pasiabua, how Timon of the general and for President. But offer, Aya usho na matume boase ashepa na Osha clearly I managing director of SML no. Chama maneta echo the office no. Onakata any manate omokate 2020. Omoma Ghana again profit of 1 million. I am manete and social when I say 1 million 800 million over the same thing. 800 million meaning that there was again one way or the other. Of a different area, so we need to 10 years for public diversion. How more for the union I can see some more. Go for
so we again in 2020. 3 years maintenance way. Hello, young another caller back. Good morning. When to me and so Papa York and the Casa Trust say my name 2020. Now 2023 is way. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, all.
Medo from Pacho within the Ocasa free.
Your family, Steve. Make a secretary mine.
Pacho means
Steve you.
Na there na Kwesi.
Yeah, so no be bisa.
Na shop program na sisi na me yam crash me. Na Ghana for nti ye kwa na say ye ba. Anko for na mo akire wo ewia ye nsa. Na. What can open young proposal abegina akire asosofo.
Mate, medase, I'm in finance corner. Hello, good morning.
Ushe ombre ene fe kwano mo bi en fasona. Can we select I was share or almost 100% about this kind of SMS and quality no. Or part payment ewu.
You don't know about that.
Eja wuni mu no kwede ba ko pe Ghana de ko no na ekoso. Nti sampen funi na say eduom kom na nim ne ye business kan mu na from ho. Because ultimately to
Let's call us. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, I'm at your first and everything.
Yes, I'm back with my service to my.
Okay, it's your pay, Kwesi.
And see, I don't go to Ghana memo.
It's you.
And see, she got any na abene or money movie. And see, almost you, sure.
See, I would say,
and I discuss in Bimusa.
I'm
got
raw, baby. Yes, yeah, that's it. It was a from at the time and I swear with Doma, of course, a Chababa. We'll take our time and then we will run some movie. I'm not watch about number some video no. To my video in there. We all have a clear understanding. Because it breaks my heart, honestly. It's a hard dream, papa. And I'll be surprised if we beat me about the different idea we are.
Kwesi.
My yanko.
Hey, a quiet for to Ghana, Beneya. Nipa, ya this says, we know na Momoso Econo, who be services or Marenda. One way, if you were a zero.
Okay, for me say Mustafa Hamid, you heard him in the video. Or say Jumana SM for a duplicitous. That is the duplication of Nyomo Yedada. What I say? Omo Yedada, Omankas MP, Yedada. They are doing it already.
Now, why can't they resolve your some way at one level? From the moose, can you walk? It means no one can in the
because I say, Omukano, my pronunciation for SM4 to understand. Then, exactly, more yen saying. Because now, I said, no one Musumu you, and I got a 40. So, what's the meaning of that?
Yeah, the best. I feel as I'm never any hour in the future. Now, consider the Wakano. Ya made the young kwacha, best I ba na ya baby di unkomobi. I was for and nay penada, ya did not no AC. Come on in your day. Quite a fast way Ghana Beno, and yet, this are the Bia, the Ubet me, I am my own, and yet, Rule de bia na bibia wo dia hye wonum nkoa na ye Ghana fo tu ho anamo. Ye fancy me din de Akua Asieduaa. Ene me nua bema na bo afu ano.
Kwesi paka wo se na buja fortuna Wednesday be samba with another edition of Obitia Kamina.